Good evening, my friends.
Hello, everybody.
Yes.
I'm going to say hello quickly, and I'm going to go back off camera because I've got ice cream, and I'm going to.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he doesn't like eating and streaming on camera at the same time.
Yes. Hopefully, you can't hear my fan too much, but yeah.
No, you're okay. So I'm still dressed semi-professionally. I didn't get changed because I didn't want to like this top too much. But yes, hi, welcome. I know, thank you.
Hey, Becca. Hey, everybody in the chat.
Yes, hello, everybody in the chat. I was going to say something. Well, there's a lot I was going to say. Now I can't remember. Oh, one, thank you all so much for the stream on Monday. It was, I mean, just overwhelming. I know there have been issues with the gifted memberships. I don't know why. Mark and I will probably go over that after the stream is done.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that, and I'll
yeah, we'll take a look at that.
Do a screen share.
No, Gia, you're not in trouble yet.
Yes, you are. Yes.
No, you're not. Thank you, Larry. Hi, Javers. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry if I don't call you out individually. But yes, thank you guys so much for Monday. It was unbelievable. Like, I'm still in.
For you, maybe it was believable for me.
I am still in absolute shock over it, and I'm sure that those kinds of numbers will never really happen again because it's the first monetized stream. People want to do their thing and be ridiculously generous, and I'm not saying that
we'll have words about that later.
Yeah. So I want to get with people about kind of not revamping, but maybe upgrading a bit to maybe learning how to do Streamlabs and the emoticons. Shout out to Miss Mandy, by the way, for making amazing emoticons for me. I just need to figure out how to implement them.
That's easy. We'll do that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I had a little introspective moment, maybe a few minutes before I came on here. So we have our faves in this community. We got Blue Bacon, we got Skeptic, we got Kate, Irish Demon, Dan, you, Mark.
Of course. Why was I not number one? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Going by subscribers.
I'm number one. It's fine. Don't worry.
Blue Bear. People that we respect that do the 1A frauditors and stuff, and I'm thinking, has there been a woman that we know of? Maybe I don't know off the top. I mean, besides Kate, but Kate doesn't really do what Demon does, or Skeptic, or Blue Bacon, because she gets very focused on one particular person and one particular subject, which I'm not knocking. I'm just making the observation, and and then if you want to go further, like K-Far and Wrangler, who else? Other people that I can't think of off the top of my head. So if anybody wants to throw a name in there, please do. Sorry. Hi, John. Oh my God. I was reading some of our jokes in Dan's stream last night. I was cracking up. Barter News Network. Yes. Thank you, NCR. NCR being one. Heads. That's right.
Wait, what?
What?
The email I got said Mandy bought me a membership, but it seems to have gone to Mark's channel. It shouldn't have done, unless it was from before. I don't think I've had any gifted memberships on there.
Thank you, Frauditors News Network. Yes, thank you. I knew there was one. I feel terrible now that I didn't think of her. Shout out to her, by the way, because she's amazing. There's not enough women doing this kind of shit. Frauditer Reaper. Duh.
Emma Thorne. I do enjoy Emma Thorne.
I don't know Emma Thorne.
She's a British girl. She works in the film industry.
Because there might be a few that I don't know.
She does a lot. She tends to trigger. She really tends to trigger Kent Hovind.
Oh, then I need to watch her because I love
in fact, when Creaky did his first.
Oh.
Do
I have an echo? My echo?
No, your echo. No.
Oh, okay.
When Creaky did his first dual stream with a guest, she was his first guest.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I think you did tell me about her, Mark. But I guess my point was, there's not enough like women doing this kind of thing, and I want to be part of that. The what should we call? Oh, I feel like we should be a group.
We are. We're a coven.
No, but not like part of my group. I mean, like the ladies of something. You know what I mean? Like.
And that could go so wrong so quickly. You know what I'm like.
But do you all know what I'm talking about? Like, do you all know what I'm trying to say here? You know me, I'm not very good with words.
I know exactly what you're trying to say, but I'm not sure YouTube will allow me to to comment. That's more for OnlyFans.
Oh, right. Which I don't have, by the way, and I do not plan on getting it. Burger Ray, thank you so much for becoming a member. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what's going on with the whole memberships and stuff, but yeah. They're all showing their cleavage on Facebook and Twitch. You know,
I'm going to once I finish this, one more bite. I'm going to put a link in the side chat to do your gifted memberships to set that up if you haven't.
That's right.
Opted in for gifted memberships.
Hey, Lilos! Yeah, Virgo Triad. Wasn't she the one that like faked the? Well, not the fire.
Hey,
not she didn't fake it, but kind of like.
It's been a while.
I know. I saw him in Dan's chat last night.
Tweet Balls is awesome. Lady
Anti-Frauditors. Frauditor Comedy Network. Oh, okay, that sounds interesting.
Hang on. Lady Anti-Frauditors. That's a bit of a laugh, isn't it? LAF. Get it? No, never mind.
No.
That's my dad
joke.
Oh my God. Lemon tart.
That actually works. That actually works, though, because we laugh at the frauditors.
There we go. Sorted.
Lady anti-frauditors. Ladies of
anti-frauditing.
Ladies.
Oh my God! Did I just say anti? No.
Clip it. Fucking clip it. Mark just brought out his Americanisms.
I'll be saying bloody semi next.
Wait, what do you say?
Well, certainly not bloody semi.
Well, we say semi.
We call them lorries, like normal people.
That's right. That's weird. Next thing you know, you're going to call a shopping cart, or you're going to call a trolley a shopping cart.
I mean, we do also call them artics, if they are the articulated type. Lorries are just a generic term for lorries, but
like if they're branded or whatever.
The tractor trailer versions.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I want to get with this idea just came to my head. So I want to try and get with Frauditor News Network. Who was it? Who was the other one? Frauditor Comedy Network or something. Emma Thorne, even though she seems kind of big, I don't know if she would actually give me the time of day. And like have like an all girls anti-frauditor panel. I think that would actually be like super cool.
Honestly, the best one to ask about that would be Creaky.
I do need to get a hold of Creaky. Ladies of the anti-frauditing community.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the whole community part. I just think
I think like
anti-frauditing.
Lady anti-frauditors. Yeah, lady anti-frauditors. Yeah, and the laugh, because let's have a good laugh. Yeah. All right, someone's got to write this down because I'm going to forget about it. Or we can just replay it and I won't. We can just replay the stream.
On the internet, it's here forever. It's.
Oh my God. But yeah.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Oh, Reaper. I've dealt with middle schoolers today. My brain's a little fried. Yes,
we deal with
yes,
middle schoolers
absolutely.
every single day. They just happen to be in adult
They just happen
bodies.
to be full-grown adults. But yeah, okay. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and read. I do need a journal, Mr. Fox. That's actually a really good idea. I need to write down all the. Oh wait, actually, I have one.
Yeah, you do
It's
have
right
one.
here. Well, it's not really a journal per se. It's just a random
A
little notebook
scrapbook.
that I used for when I was in services last week and stuff of. No, not loaf. No, that just makes it seem fat. Cripple cat, script cat. Oh my god, yeah, love them. I love them. All right, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to We're gonna go back to that. We're definitely gonna go back to that because I think that's what.
Son of a. I hate it when this happens because it means that I've got to rip the packet. But I'm going to show you all right. Papers have gone inside the packet, and now I've got to rip it, and it's going to do my head in because.
What are you talking about?
Cigarette papers.
Oh. Soft sit suffragettes.
I mean, I can perhaps.
I mean, that could be if we're talking about soft sits. Well, I mean, frauditors and soft sits are kind of one and the same, but not quite.
Honestly, bugger it. I'm just going to rip it.
Dear diary, today I discovered I wanted to have a whole lady frauditor, anti-frauditor thing.
Did you remember to turn on monetization for the stream?
You still need to show me how to do that because I think it still works. I don't think I need to turn it on because I think it's already on. Oh,
no, you will need to do it manually.
Marquise Butler for 99. What's up, everyone? Just showing support. Thank you, Marquise. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
I do like the soft sit suffragettes. That's actually a really good one. Yeah, we're definitely going to go back to this. All right, so hold that in your brain.
Well, why don't you have like two groups? One dealing with soft sits, one dealing with
that's what I was saying. That's what I was just saying like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, but maybe I wasn't really listening. I was.
Yeah, you were worried about your papers.
I was trying to pull my thing.
Hi, David.
My papers out.
Well, Abby, it's not going to be about like revolved around me per se. It would be like, not stuff for me. It'd be like outside of me. I would be a part of it. They wouldn't be a part of me. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Well, speaking of soft sits and anti-frauditors or whatever, Pokey, Karen videos are Miss Mandy's thing. I know she wouldn't mind if I did some, but that's always been Miss Mandy's thing. And as much as I love Karen videos, I enjoy going on Miss Mandy's panel and watching Karen videos with her. And I'd rather do that than do them myself. I don't know, did he? I missed it.
Yes, Judy, I did say that I'm pulling my thingy out. I meant the cigarette papers, but it's funny, and some bugger is going to clip that.
Ladies against frauditors unite. LeFou. That sounds fancy. LeFou. Yeah, Mark, put your thing away.
You got to say it in a slightly French, tone.
Yeah, exactly. LeFou. Hey, Brian, how we doing? Yeah, LeFou. So anyway, speaking of soft sits, anti-frauditors, I thought it would be fun because I actually wanted to do this and I forgot about it. So, and I'm sure other people have covered it, and that's the one thing about our I don't like saying group, but I guess I don't like saying community. So I guess group is we cover the same things a lot, which is fine because you get different takes on the same thing. But I really did I was looking at other stuff to cover, but I really want to cover Chile's live about soft sits versus law-abiding citizens because Chile does not call himself a soft sit.
Wait. Me stop playing with it or Witch stop playing with it? I object to both.
Do you mind?
Yeah. Sorry, I pushed a thing. I didn't mean to push a thing.
Yes, we all know about your thing. Okay, we can.
No. This is a different thing. I nearly pushed
How
it
many
off another
things do
thing.
you have? Jesus
There's
Christ.
quite a few things. What am I doing?
Would I have to?
I don't know what I'm doing. Help me.
I have no idea what's even going on right now. So you are on your own on this one, dude. You are on your own on this one. So anyway, I wanted to go over that video about what Chile's definitions between soft cits and law-abiding citizens are. And I'm going to assume that he's going to classify himself as a law-abiding citizen. And if so, I will laugh my ass off. Which I'm sure everybody else will hear.
Yes.
Yes, I will. As well. So, yeah, let's, I have a lot of, wait, you know what? I have a lot of windows open. I've gotten really into watching, I don't watch gaming streams, but I love Markiplier. I've been watching a lot of his stuff.
Oh, that was funny. Not gonna lie.
Oh, shout out to Markiplier. He's so great. Yes, Mark always needs adult supervision. That's a fact. Yes, Mark, get your things together. Get your things together, okay? Oh my god. Okay. Chile is absolutely fake. That goes without saying. So, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Oh my god, it's 3.5 hours.
Okie dokie.
Now, we are not going to watch this entire 3.5 hour live. I don't have the time nor the patience, and it's a school night, so I'm going to have to get up early. He might. I can't say for certain if he does. I feel like he does. No, I don't think he does, because I think somebody pissed him off by calling him a statist. I think. Yeah, somebody called him. I think it was James Freeman. I think James Freeman actually called him a statist, and he got pissed. So,
every time I hear Chile, try to find a workaround, using word salad as to why he's not a sovereign citizen or why he's not a statist, this is all I'm thinking.
You crafty little bastard.
I couldn't resist that. It was there.
Wait, hold on. I do need to make... Peter, I got your message, and I am truly sorry. So I will say now, Peter, thank you. Thank you so much. We forgot to mention Peter last night when he became a member, because we're terrible people. So Peter,
wait, what are we terrible people for?
We didn't mention Peter last night when he became a member. We apparently skipped right over him, and I felt really bad about it. If I do skip over you,
how could you do that?
I don't know. I wasn't just me. You and Mandy were up there too, so you ignored him too. It wasn't just me.
Well, in fairness, Mandy couldn't do anything about it, but I suppose my bad.
Right. Oh yeah, Skull. He's going to be governor in 5 different states. You hear about that? 5 different states, because that's a thing. Because you can do that, apparently.
Yeah. How can you live in 5 different states at the same time? Because don't you actually have to be a resident of that state?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yes. And pay taxes and everything.
I suppose if you could find a place where 5 states, joined together and just lay across it.
Executive of the state.
Get away with it?
An executive of the state. Well, I mean, Rajara, if people with extensive criminal records can become president, I'm just saying. So anyway, let's
yes, Chile is nomadic.
Very.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Happy
Wait, when did
Sunday.
he get his
what is going on
Jesse
out
Raphael
there
glasses
in
back?
America? How's everybody doing today?
I don't
Good
care.
To see you. Good to see you. So, I wanted to come on today and
you know what? Let me
about
minimize this
because
I want to look at the comments. The comments crack me up just as much.
I've spent a lot of years studying the foundation of America, studying the laws, studying the Constitution, studying the Bill of Rights. I've spent an absolutely amazing amount of time doing. I am what I am at this point. So I saw yesterday.
I love how he pauses saying doing because he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, Chile. Do you know somewhere else you can go for
Pokies,
considerably less than 20 years to learn how the law works? It's called law school.
Oh, excuse me. It'll be the odd. I have a middle school history book right now in my possession, like right next to me, and I bet you, this book has more information than Chile does in his head.
Put one in
Virgo,
the chat if you were yawning.
This stream was last week, so this is pretty recent. Yeah, that's actually a really good question because I don't like going too far back with reviewing streams. Yeah, I just said that, Welsh. Pretty much, Yeah. Okay, he is back in Vegas. That's what I thought. Oh, that's a good idea, Peter. Yeah, let me do that. That's actually a really good idea. So I'm gonna go do that. What was it? 1.2? Is it down here or up here? No, down here. 1.25 or 1.5.
Yeah, I got 1.
We want 1.5. Let me see.
Try it.
Yeah, let me try it.
That a very known activist in America named John Felix. I want you guys to go over his channel. I'll show you guys his channel in a second. But John Felix was arrested yesterday at a DUI checkpoint. Ironically, I went to a DUI checkpoint the day before, and I lambasted those Nazis. And so there's this
time.
And then I watched this.
He's been trying to get himself demonetized for like the last couple of years.
Wait, you've been trying to get demonetized?
Yeah, pretty much. Have you seen his streams?
No,
I mean, I'm up there quite a few times, so I helped a bit.
I was on a panel once a little while ago. But who was it? Who was the person with the criminal record who was elected president? Who was it? And it's probably not who everybody thinks. Demonized.
Okay. This guy who hangs out with a dirtbag, so I'm not going to promote his channel. But I saw this guy on YouTube yesterday. I commented on his video, and he said,
Chile, comment on my video.
Which just.
By the way, Chile, I'm still waiting for that email about like the history debate because you already said that you had accepted the challenge that I never actually did. Pokey, well, they're buddies as far as I know. Like, they don't hate each other as far as I know. As far as I know. They don't hate each other, but they're not, like, really good friends. Bush Jr. Huh. I'll have to look at that. Hi, Penguin. Well,
damn it.
Everybody was a traitor to the crown. Oh, do they hate each other now? I don't know. I missed that part. I missed it. Well, thank you, Penguin.
I don't know. Only about a third of them, I think, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, because a third were loyalists, a third were patriots, and a third were a little indifferent. Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, I did not know that. All right, come on. Stop distracting me.
I've got to send you a clip, dear.
Oh, okay, well.
Shook me to the core because I do understand the foundation of our country. I do understand your constitutional rights. I do understand the rule of law. I do understand these things.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Like the water fits in the bottle, that's how well I understand the foundation of America.
Then just dump it out. Just dump it all out. Just dump it all out. Oh my God. Okay.
I understand it in total. Now, there's things, of course, I can always learn. I don't know everything, but I do know.
Yes, because I had taught you something. I literally taught you something because I know in another video you did later that you watched my video because you had mentioned it, even though your audio was out, and I was like, I had to like really press my headphones in to hear it. But you definitely mentioned the Martin versus Hunter's Lacey video, and yeah, I fucking schooled you. So
I get the feeling that this comment is aimed at me.
It probably is. I think my collar keeps unclipping, and it gets very annoying. Okay. Well, let me play this while I play with this.
I do know this, so I'm going to get into it, and I'm going to go all the way through every single bit. Let me check my phone here so I can read you guys' comments, because sometimes the comments get a little jumbled, as you know. So I'm going to go into this here, and what I've done is I've put notes for myself here. So let's start off with everybody hit the like button right now. Every viewer, just take 5 seconds and hit the like.
All right, you know what to do.
Hit the like.
Hit the
button.
like.
It'll just take you a second to do it, but
give it
every single creator on YouTube, will make an announcement and ask you guys to hit the like button. So hit the like button for me, and then do me a favor, drop down in the comments.
It's the one that looks like
Pigs. Denny, what is going on? Donald, how are you? Gloria. If you would please then type in the comment section.
Don't do that,
OTVO, overturn Terry versus Ohio. So this is a perfect little something you can learn
Terry v. Ohio.
Curious about the reason.
Okay, here's a question. For other history buffs out there, has there ever been? Wait, no. I'm not going to answer that question. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some research on this. I know that there have been Supreme Court decisions that have been overturned, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to somebody about Terry v. Ohio, and how he said that it's actually beneficial for us, like for civilians, like it protects civilians, because if there is OTVO, cops can just frisk you without any cause.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Judd v. Scott was definitely overturned. Absolutely.
It defines what reasonable is, so it adds an element of unreasonableness to a search, and if a search is unreasonable, then it's unconstitutional.
Exactly.
Yada, yada.
So it kind of
without that, there is no unreasonableness.
And you being a constitutional law scholar and knowing your shit and blah 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 blah. Oh yes, that's right. Larry and I talked. Larry and I talked about that. That's right.
Did I actually show you? I did show you, didn't I?
What? Your constitutional law for dummies?
No.
Oh.
This one is actually my study material for this year coming up.
Ooh. Oh, that's right. You did.
It's one of them.
I
am a genuine, bona fide constitutional law scholar.
I had a constitutional book, like a constitutional law book, but
I got one over there.
It's gone now. It's probably destroyed now. So
it perished.
Yeah, it perished. It is no longer.
It bought it.
It bought it. Yeah. Yeah, that was the other thing that popped in my head like a couple days ago. I'm like, shit. So many things pop in my head. I'm like, fuck, I don't have that anymore. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so
why I always ask you guys to put OTVO in the comment section. Why do I care so much about?
Stop! I don't need to see your fucking chest.
I talk about all the time. How come my entire channel is based? Joel's back. Good to see you, Joel. How come my entire channel is based on overturning Terry?
It's not, though. Your entire channel is not based on overturning Terry v. Ohio, because you haven't done anything about overturning Terry v. Ohio. You just bitch about it. You haven't actually done anything. Plus, you haven't even talked, as far as I know, you haven't even talked about OTVO in for fucking ever, because you just like to talk about helping people or bailing people out or doing your own stupid audits and shit, and thank you.
Yeah, there are two ways that the Supreme Court can have that can have its own case law precedent overturned. It's either if it does it itself or if something else is legislated for by the legislature.
Right. Yeah. So I can't. I'll have to look. I have to see when. Well, Judy's my residential researcher. That I just promoted her now to it. So she doesn't know that. Right
congratulations!
Now, that she's my residential researcher while I'm doing this. But I don't know what the last video that Chile did about Terry v. Ohio, like when that was, because honestly, I don't know. I feel like it's been a while.
I think he I think he just mostly uses it now as a starting piece for a stream.
Yes, your pay raise will still rise to 0 because it's still 0. Artie, you're already my professional simp, so you're already there. You've been there.
Terry versus Ohio. Why do I have T-shirts?
Well, now he's demonetized. He's got to have something.
Why is
how do you manage that?
Based on overturning Terry versus Ohio? Well, it goes.
Okay, well, all right. So he does talk about like the reasonable articulable suspicion. He does talk about like the Fourth Amendment and stuff. I know does like stuff on that, but at the no, Artie, that's not happening. Sorry. But when it comes to actually talking about OTVO, I feel like it's been a while. I feel like it's been a while since he's done that.
So. Goes hand in hand with the title of this video: "Sovereign Citizens versus the Rule of Law," or "Sovereign Citizen." How about this? It's so strange because you'll hear creators come on to YouTube, and God bless them. You know, I'm not going to say that they.
Artie, I am not kissing you, and I'm not cuddling you.
Say is that most of the assessments that I hear about sovereign citizenship is wrong. Most people, even creators who I promote and talk about, even people who I like and I'm friends with, when they talk about sovereign citizens, they're wrong. They're explaining it to you completely wrong. Ooh. Now, when I came onto the scene, I explained to you guys that qualified.
Is he going to mansplain us sovereign citizenship? Oh, I need to see this. I think he's
I think he's going to Chile explain it.
The Chile explain it, yeah.
Immunity is important, but not 1/10 as important as Terry versus Ohio. And that caused
okay. Ooh.
James Freeman's whole thing is that, qualified immunity. James, you're wrong. You're still wrong. You'll always be wrong. God bless you. You know, you did a good interview the other day on the Real News Network. You represented people well. I thought the auditors of America, you represented us pretty well. So, but he's just wrong. He's incorrect. Qualified immunity is 1/10, 1/100th of the police state, prison state, death state. That's after you've been hurt or damaged or charged or imprisoned or incarcerated. That's all these things that happen later. Qualified immunity happens later. The first interaction with the pig is Terry versus Ohio. Terry versus Ohio is unconstitutional. It violates the Fourth Amendment completely.
No, it doesn't, because it's reasonable versus unreasonable. If somebody calls somebody saying that they have a gun, the cop has reasonable articulable suspicion that the person who was called, the police had gotten the call about, has a gun. That's reasonable.
Oh, God, Chile. Just...
Okay.
And totally, we've been living under an unconstitutional creation by the Supreme Court since 1968. So now, let's get into, let me show you guys first. Let me show you John Felix get arrested. And I want you guys to get arrested. Channel. I have been watching John Felix.
I don't care.
I don't know if it's Felix or Felix,
care about this.
I've been watching this guy's channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place or person to be searched or seized. The person, place, or things to be searched or seized. So that's the Fourth Amendment standard. So what's the key word in the Fourth Amendment?
Something beeping.
The right of people to be secured in the person, house, of paper, and effects against unreasonable.
Unreasonable
seizures. It's not reasonable to seize John Felix as he's on the side of the road for flashing a light. So this is the chat GPT that I pulled up earlier.
Oh,
so now I want to show you guys this because we're going to scroll up on this. I'm going to show you a couple different things here. So what I put in here is I said, explain the Fourth Amendment reasonableness standard. What does that mean? The Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution protects citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures by the government. The reasonableness standard is a fundamental principle within the Fourth Amendment, and it guides how cops, I don't say those words, conduct searches and seizures. Here's an explanation of the reasonableness standard. A warrant requirement. So the cops arresting John on the side of the road, they didn't have a warrant.
Wait. Okay, wait. Should we look at that video? Should we look at that video?
Now, you can probably hear my fan right now, but can you hear anything?
Every time you mute and unmute, the fucking... Oh, it's this high-pitched ringing that goes in my ears every single time you do it.
How is it now?
Well, now it's fine, but it's like when you first unmute, it's like... Beep. It's like, oh, dear God.
Okay, so if I unmute and then remute and then unmute and remute, I can send out Morse code. Okay, that's handy to know. Yeah, my beeper.
Don't do that. Yeah, please don't do that.
Is it still beeping now, Judy?
Virgo, if you do that, I will read it.
There's nothing beeping.
on the air in my ASMR voice. I will read.
All right, stand by.
See what you fucking started. You see what you started?
Yep.
Can I keep going with this?
All right, how about now?
Okay, now there's no beeping.
How the hell is it beeping? It's just my fan.
There is no beeping now. There's no high-pitched ringing now. It's just now it's just this low humming sound.
What do you mean low humming sound? There's nothing. I turned my fan off.
Well, now it's gone, but when you first come on, it's like this low humming sound, and then it dissipates.
Okay.
Well, Uncle Larry, there were a few things that the
Very
Supreme Court had
strange.
deemed constitutional that turned out was actually not constitutional. Hence, Dred B. Scott. So okay, so do we need to go back and actually watch that video to see what exactly this guy was arrested for? I don't know. I feel like we need to do that though for context.
Yeah, trust me. Well, Rajara knows what I'm on about, but UK homes don't have air conditioning, so it's still hot here.
Okay.
I am suffering so that you lot don't have to.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to this.
Right, then you got to pay for somebody. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real with you guys. So,
yeah,
so
sure.
let's check out a little bit of John Felix get arrested here, and then I'm going to talk more in depth about rule of law and your bill.
Oh my God! So wait, he has
set up a tripod here.
Camera.
Okay, right there. Do you see that right there?
Okay, that looks like the
happening. You see the flashlight right there? I'm even going to kill the sound a little bit so you can just watch what I'm talking about here. Okay, so the activists on the side of the road.
That looked like the face of the guy that we saw.
So did you see that? He flashed his light.
Got this guy right here. So here it is, another poor victim. Oh, another victim. Oh man. Oh. Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!
Okay, so why is he screaming Sieg Heil? He's screaming Sieg Heil because when the Nazis created checkpoints in World War I and World War II, you had to go through a Nazi checkpoint.
Pause.
Is he talking about DUI checkpoints?
Yes, he's talking about DUI checkpoints, but guess what, Chile? During the First World War, there were no National Socialists.
Wait, did he say World War I?
Yeah, he said during World War I and World War II.
Oh. All right. If anybody's keeping score, that's one strike against Chile's historical accuracy.
And also, Chile.
Wait, the Nazis weren't even around in World War I, were they? They didn't come around until like the 30s. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they first started sort of late 20s, but
like right. But you know.
But that was only the sort of hardcore.
Right. Okay.
And if the Nazi checkpoint found out that you were a Jew, well, anything could happen to you. Absolutely anything. So I want you to take a look though and see that there's a flashlight right.
Actually, Chile. Certainly to begin with, most of the time, actually, they relocated Jews. They didn't really care to begin with.
Yes, Judy.
Where the Jews went, they just didn't want them there. So a number of Jewish people actually went to other countries, including here in the UK, which is how we ended up, sort of, particularly at the start of the war, with a large Jew population, particularly in the cities, and because they're all refugees from Germany in the 30s.
Right here, down by this pig's feet. You see that? These guys flash flashlights at us all the time, but he can't put a flashlight. He's going to get arrested for this, just so you know.
Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil!
Wait, I'm looking at shockproof. Constitution only protects your God inalienable rights. You mean your God-given inalienable rights? Wait. I feel like that's a bit redundant.
No. No, a constitution, by its very definition, very nature, it defines the relationship between the government and the people.
Right. So
It contains
the
the
thing with,
rights
like,
of the people, but
God-given
also
rights,
their
like-
responsibilities, as well as the rights of the government and their
show
responsibilities.
me in the Bible where God gave us rights. I feel like God just gave us rules. I feel like he didn't really give us rights. He just gave us rules.
The Constitution is basically just
Ah.
it is a collection of rules. It's like a club.
Yeah, 1933. Okay, I
Terms
knew
and
it was like
conditions.
early 30s.
Yeah.
That's right. The rights are not God. They're not God-given. That's one thing I hate, is that they're not God-given rights. And you're right. The Declaration of Independence talked about our inalienable rights, not,
Mhm.
and technically it's unalienable, not inalienable. John Adams was a stickler and went to the printing press and had it changed because he was a jerk. Hi, Tommy. So yes, okay. Let's.
People into private property to be extorted. Where's Chuck? He should be driving through here.
He's on the scene with Chuck Bronson, or Chuck Bronson's driving through. Okay, but you saw the light. Everybody saw the light that he flashed, right?
Well, yeah, that's annoying. Like, if you're driving and some dude shines a huge ass light in my eyes as I'm driving, that's dangerous.
Not only is it dangerous, it could be illegal and criminal, certainly, if they end up crashing the vehicle as a result. I mean,
Right.
So now as you go through here, I saw that one flashlight, and then if you take a look as I kind of stream through this here, I don't see okay, right there.
That would suck if one of these guys got
Like,
ran
that's
over.
So
That's
he didn't
a
even put the light
bright-ass
in their
light.
faces. Did you see that?
Well, he kind of
He
did.
flashed.
If one of these guys got ran over.
Like, right there. Wait, hold on.
That would suck if one of these guys got ran over.
That's kind of in. I mean, I missed it by like a millisecond, but it's kind of in the guy's face for like a millisecond.
So he didn't even put the light in their faces. Did you see that? He flashed
that.
the light over towards them.
Oh.
But excuse me, he
Trust
didn't even
me,
put the
that's-
flashlight in their eyes like they
that's
do to
good
us.
enough.
You guys have seen me when the cops put the flashlight in my eyes. I'm not going to participate anymore. You're blinding me, so I don't know what's going on here. You've taken away my vision, and because you've taken away my vision, I'm not participating anymore.
Well, you know why they do that is to check your pupil dilations to make sure that you are not high or drunk on anything. That's why they do that.
mhm. Checks the response.
And you're
level.
still stopped. You're not driving. You're not on the middle of the road. You're not driving at the time. Yeah, it gets annoying, but it's to make sure that your eyes aren't bloodshot, your pupils aren't dilating or dilating or not dilating, that, you know, to show that you're under the influence of anything.
It'll be used to check not only how quickly that your eyes constrict, but whether they're actually constricting properly and reacting properly to light. But also
As soon as
these
you guys-
vehicles in the background are driving past.
Yes. And they'll see this bright ass light. Yes,
Yeah.
You're ready to give me my vision back, then I'm going to go ahead and participate and give you my ID and everything else. But I'm not participating while you have that flashlight in my face. Take the flashlight out of my face and I'll participate because they want a contract with you. So
You wouldn't participate anyway, whether or not they shined a light in your freaking face. You still wouldn't participate. You'd put out your stupid ass trifold and with that dumbass butch looking face, like,
Have
give
you,
them all your shit, trying to act all tough.
I want to point out something else very quickly. You drive at night. Yeah, so do I. When there's a vehicle coming towards you, even though it's not directly in front of you, what with your eyes go?
High beam. They go with light. High beams. If you're driving down a dark, like a super dark road, you have high beams on, and there's another car coming like the other way, I turn my high beams off because I don't, I don't, because some people don't, and it like, ugh. And it gets annoying.
The point I'm trying to get to is that your eyes will naturally go to that light. You will look at the light.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
So even if there's a light off to the side of the road, like in this case, if it's bright enough and distracting enough, you are going to look at it, and you could potentially damage the vision of the.
I have days.
drivers.
I have days I wish I could go back to when it was lawless and free, and then I remember what allows me to sleep well at night. How well would you sleep if all your comforts were gone? I can't tell if this is a troll comment or not.
It honestly, it's
I mean, when I say troll comment, I mean like Chile's definition of a troll comment.
Yeah, it's a good point there. Because
don't go into the light.
Chile wants anarchy. That's That's what
But he's all about rule of law, just his laws.
We're going to get into some pretty deep stuff here. But first, I want to show you John Felix get arrested. And let me drop the link to his channel, because everybody get over here and subscribe to this guy's channel and tell him Delete Laws sent you. I just dropped him the link down in there right now. There it is. So there's the link for John Felix's channel. This guy's been an activist for a very long time. So I want to support this guy. You know, we're growing at 70,000 subscribers a month. So I want to shine the light on people. If you guys have not hit the subscribe or hit the like button, take a second.
Don't say shine the light,
hit the subscribe button real fast, and then type in the comment section JBTP for these jackboot thug pigs who arrested a real activist and also another scholar as well in his own right. John Felix is very well.
Another scholar in his own right. Is that trying to say that Wolverine Transparency is a paralegal in his own right? Because he's not.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, I want to play a Juan Galt video that he just put out that I just watched this morning. That was freaking incredible. But we'll see if we have time for that.
Versed in the law. So a little bit more. Now you guys saw him flash the light at the guy's feet. So you see that? You see the light he's flashing in his face? The light that this man's flashing in his face is far more than what John Felix did to the man.
No, it's not. First off, it's a red light, not a white light. And no, just no. Plus, it's like an air traffic controller kind of light, right? You know, like the coned kind of light.
Yeah, Jose bites the pillow.
Oh my god, Rack. Oh my god, comment of the night. Gold star goes to Rack the Jipper. Holy shit, that's amazing. Oh, Sue Bear, wasn't that video awesome? Yeah, it was a great video.
Man, he's his feet.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so right there,
right there. Okay, look, that light is basically in that dude's face.
Yeah,
it's right there.
It absolutely is.
Definitely in that dude's face.
Okay, so he flashed a flashlight at him. It's on his hips and his stomach. Thank you, William, for joining. I appreciate it.
Chile, I don't know if you know how light works. Like, that's not how that works. Like,
yeah, it goes out in a cone.
Yeah, yeah. It's not like a laser pointer. It's not like a laser pointer. Okay, it spreads. Oh, hi, Alan.
And that light is going to be bright as hell for them. It's going to have the same effect as somebody approaching on full beams.
Looks like a very bright light. It looks like a very bright light. Oh wait. Oh. Sorry.
It's Chevy. Michael, what's going on? Good to see you guys. He put the flashlight on his.
Oh, there's Chevy.
So there's.
Boom,
so now let me.
Nail head.
All right, now we're gonna go back.
What?
Obstruction is exactly what I'd call it.
Yes. Oh, John Bros for $10. Hi, Witch and Mark. Something for your coffee fun in the morning. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you, John.
You so much.
Very much appreciate it. And
in the sovereign citizen rule of law conversation. So if you're a sovereign citizen, I believe that they said they're pulling this guy over for a blinker or something like that, a light that doesn't work. So the United States Constitution, the rule of law, is that you have a First Amendment right to be able.
That's the Bill of Rights.
To travel in the United States. So what happens here is these cops have violated the rule of law by setting up a Nazi checkpoint to check your papers and see if possibly.
No, it hasn't.
And they want.
What? Okay, they're not checking your papers and saying, what the fuck kind of German accent was that? That's terrible. I can do a better German accent than that. And I can't even really do a German accent.
It is not a Nazi checkpoint. How many times do I have to tell you, you stupid
9
imbecile?
9
to arrest you.
All right.
Sorry.
I've got
so
to
that's,
do it.
that's exactly
I've got
what
to
you're
do
seeing
it.
happen.
Okay.
Right.
You stupid bastard.
I feel like that fades too quickly. Like, you gotta wait till he's done.
It does for us.
Oh, it does for us?
For everybody else.
Oh, that's
if you
weird.
watch it back later, it does actually play. It's
it does play the whole
strange.
thing?
Yeah.
That's weird.
For us, it seems to cut off really early, but it plays the whole clip for everybody else.
I feel like that's a good question, Judy. No, First Amendment is not the right to travel. I feel like there are no amendments that show the right to travel. It's technically not in. I don't think that's even in the cost. Wait. Wait, maybe it is. Is that, or is it just case law? Is it just case law, or is it actually in the Constitution for a right to travel?
I don't think so.
See how I'm asking
It is
questions
case law.
instead of just assuming? Because you know how like people just like to assume things.
Well, I mean,
I like to ask questions if I
It's not
don't
necessarily
necessarily
case
know.
law. It's more than likely legislated for because, that's
Well, you know what I mean. It's not in the Constitution, is what I'm talking about, or in any of the amendments, is what I'm talking about. It is a case. There is case law about it. I can't remember what it was. We talked about it.
I suppose yes, it technically would be. Yeah.
Fuck, what was it? Tech Light versus Danforth. That's about the right to travel.
No, that's slightly different.
Was it? Which is the one with the bus? I thought that was the one with the bus.
Yeah, it was the one with the bus, but it doesn't actually define.
Oh, that's about pulling over. That's about the right to stop and so. Okay, yeah, never mind. Right, yeah, that's what I thought. Well, Larry, don't even get me started about the Articles of Confederation. That's a whole other topic, which I will be learning about more in my social studies class.
I mean, technically, the Fourth Amendment could come into the right to travel, because all the right to travel does is it allows you to travel from one state to another without having to produce passports and things like that.
I don't think the Articles of Confederation is like a thing now. It was before the Constitution, but I don't think that's not really something that we like look back like. That's not quite a rule of law.
Yeah, like Larry says, and the Fourth Amendment.
Okay, it isn't the Fourth Amendment. Okay.
Unreasonable search and seizure.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about the travel. I'm talking about the right to travel.
That's what the right to travel is. It means that you can travel from one state to another state without having to produce documents and go through checkpoints and things like that, like you would have to do if you wanted to go to Canada or Mexico.
Well, no, you need a passport. You need a passport to do that. You need a passport to get into Canada and Mexico. So technically, you do need papers.
Yeah. But the reason that you don't need that to go across state lines is
I am actually
because
I'm in 7th and 8th grade, Ed. 7th and 8th grade. But 8th grade social studies is where we're going to be learning about that stuff. But yes, exactly. I am in 7th and 8th grade. Oh, it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a blast.
And right here. And so now that they violated the rule of law, which is the Constitution, that you have a First Amendment right to travel freely unmolested, then
that's
they
not
violated
what the rule of law is. Chile, the rule of law is.
It's so important that you understand.
It's actually not defined. But
we have these rights that are ensured by the Bill of Rights.
Look, the Constitution is not about. I mean, it's about laws, obviously, but it's about the setup of our government, about how it's set, about how it runs, about checks and balances, it's like talking about what our country is going to be based on and how our country is going to run. Everything else is case law.
Well, not necessarily, but there's legislation as well.
You know what? Oh my God! Obviously, but you know what I mean.
Yes,
I'm gonna kick you off. I swear to God.
I know what you mean.
I'm gonna kick you the fuck off. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I'm just clarifying for morons like Chile who don't know what you mean.
Well,
but
Chile never knows what I mean. All right.
I was going to say something and I've totally forgotten it.
Your rights come from God.
That was it. That was it.
You can always speak. Always. You can always speak. So the fact
the rule of law, it's not actually defined in most cases, but the rule of law is essentially that the law applies equally to all and all are subject to it.
Right.
Equality before the law. That's essentially what the rule of law is. That's why the common law system was introduced. That's why it exists.
I might have to do that.
Well, she can't do that
Lisa,
because I own it.
Well, yeah, that's true. If I kick him off, he could just come right back on.
Yeah.
Because he does actually own the StreamYard. What was I going to say?
No idea.
I did talk about separation of church and state in my Martin versus Hunter's Lacey video. because he got literally every single thing wrong. The only thing he got right was the case, the name of it, and the year of it. And that was it. That was the only thing he got right. And his excuse was that when he's live, he tends to... all right, I'm going to paraphrase because I don't remember completely. Also, because he was so quiet, I had to be like super quiet and like raise the volume up all the way and press my headphones like this. But basically, he said when he gets in front of the camera, some of his knowledge just goes out the window, which he has demonstrated several times, and confuses stories or confuses narratives and whatever. But I'm not taking that as an excuse. I'm not going to take that as an excuse from a 20-year constitutional law scholar. So, Chile, that is a very, very, very poor excuse. And for a girl who knows how to use Google and could do just a 10-minute video correcting you from maybe doing an hour or two research on Google, not even. And let's not forget the classic that you don't even know who wrote the fucking Constitution to begin with. Just saying. How to debunk a 20-year constitutional law scholar in less than 3 minutes. I think that's one of my best videos ever. I mean, granted, I only have like 3 videos. But now that I have a monetized channel, I might actually work on it a bit more. Yeah, yeah. That's right. Who else said that? I think it was Sammy Girl that said something about his photographic memory. Yes, and his photographic memory. For real, Janine. For real.
Fact that they are trying to set up these Nazi checkpoints, and then John Felix goes there and films them and points out that you have set up Nazi checkpoints in the United States of America. And so he has a flashlight so he can see what's going on.
Did the Nazis check to see if the Jews were drunk? No. They checked to see if they were Jews. Are cops checking you to see if you're Jewish? Or papers or whatever? No. They're checking to see if you're drunk. That's different.
And honestly, most of those kind of checkpoints would be set up either at the border or they would be set up if they were, for example, escaped prisoners of war and things like that in the local area. They wouldn't just do them as standard.
Right. They don't just throw up a DUI checkpoint for no reason. If there's a high level of DUI crashes in a particular area, or, like I remember being in Philly on South Street in Old City, like there's a lot of bars. So it's right on there's an on-ramp to 95 right there. So it was a Saturday night and there was a DUI checkpoint real quick because you are getting on the highway right out of Old City where there's a shit ton of bars.
Mm-hmm.
So that's reasonable. I find that reasonable. And I have been drinking. So, wait, we weren't married yet. So my boyfriend at the time was driving, and spoiler, he actually didn't have a license yet.
Oh, Lord.
But he was the only sober one. But when we did the checkpoint, the cop just said, have you been drinking? He's like, no, officer. I'm like, but I have, because I was hammered. And he's like, all right. He's like, well, good job. Be safe. And he went on his way. Didn't ask for ID. Didn't ask for nothing. He just said, just drive safe and just let us go. Oh, I was so relieved. So relieved. So, yeah. Granted, this was like 10 years ago. Like, this was forever ago.
I mean, in situations like that, they're not there to check for, whether you've got stolen goods in the boot or anything like that. I nearly said the T word. Nearly.
Oh, the trunk.
Yeah, that thing. They're not there to.
A good portion of this audience is probably American, so.
Well,
I mean, there's 43 people in here. I want to say
practically American at this point. I've said.
You said what?
I said airplane once.
And he said Z. The letter Z
Mm.
instead of Z.
I think that would actually be quite funny
Ooh,
if you did British and I did American for one night, and we had to like swap terms.
Yeah.
And
Paper, please, Chili, and not your trifold. Exactly. All right.
Flashes the flashlight on the pigs, and they're going to arrest him for that. Which, from my perspective, Mr. Felix, I would sue them immediately for violating your Fourth Amendment right for an
and see how that
seizure.
works for you.
It's one thing to go over and say something to the guy who's got the flashlight. You could even, if you're the cop, could you lawfully confiscate his property? I don't think so. I don't think he could even take away his flashlight. He could request. What statute, code, or ordinance, and this is in Florida, would the cops charge him with?
What?
If he's using it to obstruct the police in their lawful duties, yeah, they can absolutely confiscate it. It's evidence of it. Yeah, it's something that's been used in the commission of crime. And you're damn right they can take it off him, put it in an evidence bag, seal it up, and put some bracelets on him.
For flashing a light. I'm not sure. I guess they would call it obstructing a copper. I'm not sure exactly what they would call it. But this right here, what you guys are seeing is 100% total tyranny. This is not the rule of law. So when people say, "Oh, Chile, he's a statist for the rule of law," this isn't the rule of law. What you're seeing right here, that's not the rule of law. That's tyrannical thug, jackboot thug pigs. That is people who have claimed to be authority of the law being tyrannical jackboot thug pigs. This is not the rule of law.
Okay, Chili, you know it's illegal to drive under the influence of alcohol, drugs, anything. You know that, right? You know that. So, like I said before, if this is an area where that has been rampant, it's pretty constitutional for these guys who are enforcing the law, meaning to not drive under the influence of anything that could impair your driving abilities. Or is that too much of a word salad for you to understand?
You probably had him confused at like driving.
Somebody. Oh, right.
You probably lost him at that point.
In America, they don't have a right to do this. So how can they do this?
They do.
Ohio.
No,
right here,
they can do that because they are allowed to, because it has been legislated on by the government.
Wait.
So they took the Terry policy. Not the rule of law in America. They don't have a right to do this. So how can they do this? Terry versus Ohio. This right here, this DUI checkpoint is an extension of Terry versus Ohio from the 1990 case called SITZ, S-I-T-Z, versus Michigan State Police.
I looked this up. I looked this up too. I looked up SITZ versus Michigan State. I'm gonna have to put in a pin in that one. I did say. Oh, Paul Morrison for £5 super sticker. Thank you so much.
Hey, Paul. Good to see you.
No, this is not a Terry stop. It's not.
It's absolutely not a Terry stop.
It's not a Terry stop because because it's still technically individual. But no, it's not a Terry stop because they're not searching you. This isn't a Terry thing because they're not searching you. They're not going into your car. They are not searching you. They're not searching your person. They're not touching you.
They don't have to have that. I mean, if it's a checkpoint that applies to everybody that drives through that checkpoint, they don't have to have any kind of suspicion. There's no RAS test or anything like that.
She's a fly in the ointment. Oh my god. Hold on.
It depends on the ointment. Sometimes, some spells require that fly is put in the ointment first, and other ones you add the ointment to the fly.
Oh, like the fly individually?
Yeah.
Get the chairs. Yeah, crazy.
So they took the Terry policy created by the Supreme Court, and the Terry policy said that if we have reasonable articulable suspicion, well, then we can investigate. They expanded that in 1990 in SITZ versus Michigan State Police. The police will say, well, there's empirical data that shows that there are people drinking and driving, so we're suspicious of all of you. And so we're going to set up a checkpoint here to test all of you. It's clearly a violation of our Fourth Amendment right. But how is this possible?
No, it's not. Ohio.
Or it could be to make sure that you don't put anybody in danger from your
there's no
driving.
Search involved, and there's no
there's
seizure
also
involved.
Yeah, it's not a. Oh, that's a good ninja catch. Okay. This is
Ohio. This is possible through Terry versus Ohio. You know, John Felix is down there on the scene with Chuck Bronson and they're freedom fighting. And I just want to point out to every single person here, this is a Terry stop.
No, it's not.
1990 Sitz versus Michigan State Police is not possible without Terry versus Ohio.
Okay.
Neither are drug dogs. Neither is a dog barking. Florida versus Harris in 2013, that makes it so that a dog barking is probable cause, is an extension of Terry versus Ohio. They're suspicious of you and the dog bark, that confirms that you have drugs, that's probable cause, you can be arrested. You have to understand the difference between what sovereign citizen and rule of law means. A sovereign citizen is going to say something like this: I have weed, but I'm not hurting anybody else. I'm not selling drugs. I'm not violating any ordinance, statute, or code other than me personally having marijuana. And so states like South Carolina say, oh, no, you violated a statute or ordinance, and so we're going to arrest you for that. The sovereign citizen will say, no, I don't have to live by that rule of law because I live by my own rules of law. And in this particular instance, they're right that it's wrong to create a criminal out of someone where there's no victim, the violation of your Fourth Amendment, that no warrant shall issue, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation of the victim. That part's not in there, but it's pretty implied. And so they're down there at the checkpoint saying, hey, what you guys are doing is illegal. What you guys are doing are wrong. And they're chastising these men. Sometimes I feel like anger and frustration go over me, and I'm doing a better job of not expressing it. But let me just be clear.
I get the feeling that a lot goes over
you. Those are jackboot thug pig tyrants. Those are Nazis in our country. This should not be. Every time you guys see a DUI checkpoint, you should walk right up to it. You should film it and let them know you guys are Nazis. You guys are Nazis. You guys are violating the rule of law. And so essentially you'll hear other creators on YouTube say, oh, they're the sovereign citizens. That's a stretch. And now they're not living by the rule of law, but are they sovereign citizens? Or do they think that the rule of law doesn't apply to them at all?
I'm doing a little research right now.
Bearing in mind what I just said about the rule of law, that the law applies equally to all and all are subject to it, that being the rule of law, what part of that are they breaking? If anything, I would say that they are doing exactly what the rule of law says, that they're applying the law equally to everybody. Yada yada yada. Chile, you are full of shite.
Full of shite.
So much so that it's getting up into your eyes and it's constricting your eyes. So these little tiny pinpoint pupils because of the pressure of bullshit that's built up behind your eyeballs.
Yeah, basically.
It's a stretch. It's a stretch. Are they being tyrannical jackboot thug pigs? Yes. Are they violating the rule of law? Yes.
Yeah.
But a sovereign citizen is different than a cop. I mean, look, you can call them sovereign citizens, but the truth is they've been empowered by the state to violate our rights, and there's almost zero ways that we can get recourse after they've hurt us. So, but how are they entering into your life? Mr. James Freeman, how are the cops entering into your life? Through Terry versus Ohio. So they set up this checkpoint. They're entering into people's lives through Terry versus Ohio. This checkpoint is made possible by Terry versus Ohio. You don't get stopped on the side of the road in a DUI checkpoint without the 1968 holding of Terry versus Ohio. There are no DUI checkpoints in America if there's no Terry versus Ohio. I mean, I know it.
Well,
like
Terry versus
I know
Ohio.
It's funny because before I came on here, I was talking to
cited
one of the
the Fourth
moderators.
Amendment. So there's no.
I'm going to give a lecture right now on sovereign citizenship versus the rule of law. And so, I went on ChatGPT.
There's no Terry v. Ohio, if not for the Fourth
but
Amendment.
I already know them.
So why isn't the Fourth
Every single
Amendment?
thing that ChatGPT told me today, I already know. I already know it. I already studied this. Like I studied this so in depth. I already know it. And so let's watch a little bit more of John Felix get arrested here. So he's putting the light in his own face right there. You see that? What did he say? Let's listen to what John said here. So the cops are saying something about the light shining as he's extorting people for money. So John Felix is similar to me, where he's disgusted by watching a Nazi checkpoint in what's supposed to be a free American country. So there's only 2 minutes of this video left.
You want to talk about freedom, Chile? Why don't you go to Germany and shout Sieg Heil at a police officer?
All these people, I'm going to make love to you like you've never had love made to you before.
No, actually, he's going to go home and beat his wife. Here comes the flashlight again.
It's like
So this is what I'm talking about. You can see he's just arbitrarily just letting some people pass and some people not. So they're suspicious of everybody, but only some cars. Only some cars he's suspicious of. You guys saw me go through a DUI checkpoint the other day. I used the trifold. I invoked my Fifth Amendment right, and he said, "Have a nice day." because I'm not going to play that game. I'm not going to.
You think they're the only
Yeah,
two of
probably because he's tired of your bullshit and didn't want to deal with you. That's probably why. So I'm trying to. Okay.
Go into you're tyrannically stopping me. So
You're
now let's watch.
tyrannically stopping me.
Where are they running off to, I wonder? That SUV, that state trooper SUV's got one of those dome-plated covers over the top of it, too.
A dome-plated cover over the top of the SUV?
They're a legal thing. What is that? One of the ones that breaks the radar and the camera over the top of the fucking plate. And then plastic dome covers.
Oh, shit.
Man, Golden State Sox in the house.
Yep.
John Denicola, what's up? Jerry Singleton, what's up? The Rowdy Patriot, formerly News Now Ohio, what's up? Cheers to you, Lady Zaga. Joe Cool, what's up? What's up, my man?
Oh God, Joe Cool's in the chat. Shout out to Joe Cool though. He's actually a pretty cool guy.
Everybody can see both of you, but we're only chat. Oh, okay.
Wait, okay. Joe Cool is cool.
Okay, they can just go ahead and go.
Yeah, he's actually a pretty cool
because
dude.
They're planning on arresting
he's not a dick. I've had a few conversations with him, and he's actually a pretty cool dude. Like I don't agree with his a few of his views, and he knows that. But we've had good
I'm sure he's been in our chats before now.
Huh?
I'm sure he's been in our chats before now. Side chats.
I don't know, actually. I've really only talked to him on one particular panel. Well, a panel on one particular channel that I will not mention. But yeah. Sorry, I'm doing research as this is playing, so you'll have to bear with me.
John, they want to arrest somebody. Remember what the cop's goal is. And if you ever forget this will help you realign your thinking to invoke your Fifth Amendment right. The Fifth Amendment currently is the most powerful amendment you can use. So they're colluding right now to arrest John for flashing a light.
Wait, I thought your First Amendment right was your force field.
There's a cop there with his yellow vest on. So
first he said every fifth car. Now it looks like he's turned it into every 50th car. You ever got 24-hour tire store? Never. Yeah, look at that. It is.
Could
you guys go on, I guess it's Tampa City Police Facebook and let them know what you think about Fourth Amendment violating checkpoints.
He's exactly correct.
No, he's not.
Charlie, what's up?
So what's he doing wrong but flashing the light, not even in their face, but you can see the light.
It was in their face.
So he's not putting the light in their eyes. He's just flashing the light on them and showing that there's cops in the middle of the road. I don't see what's illegal about this.
Oh my God.
Of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't see it.
Chile.
Crack down on people trying to get home from work.
If you've got an oncoming vehicle coming towards you,
once again, it's on camera.
It's not shining directly in your eyes, but if they put their high beams on, you can't see the
light in his face. He's not. He's not. He's simply not.
Crack down on people trying to get home from work. It is not in your face.
And how many cops put the light right in your face? What a load of crap.
It is not in your face. Who are you?
Right. It's down at their groin. It's down at their.
What's your name?
Now, if he was 3 feet away, he could maybe use that excuse.
Right.
What's your name? Okay, don't ask me to do stuff you won't even identify, according to your policy.
Guess what? Policy isn't law, as you frauditors and soft-sits like to say.
Generally speaking, most police departments don't have to verbally identify
themselves. They do not
themselves.
have to.
They just have to wear their badge with a badge number and
what the hell is that?
A name tape.
NJ Wandering News, what's up, man? Buzz, what's up? I wonder why I stopped pulling people over now.
So now John, because he asked him not to shine the light in his face, John Felix is putting the light on their shoes and even 2 feet in front of them. Thanks, Shock Professor. I appreciate that. Get over there and subscribe to John's channel. Let him know Delete Laws sent you. But check it out. He's putting the light 2 feet in front of him.
It's not in your face, dummy.
You're okay. We're gonna get into this. I'm gonna break this down for you guys.
Oh God.
I'm shining it on your shoes.
Oh, he's so full of crap.
Just like you.
He's doing like the stop resisting when nobody's school. What's up?
So these guys feel like they're a protected class and that they can do whatever they want. John Felix, you need to reach out.
Like their job?
These jackboot thug pigs need to be sued.
You're making
Yeah,
it
okay. Good luck with that. See how that works out for you.
I know it, right, Charlie? They always complain about the flashlights, but they do it to everybody else.
I started off this live stream by saying, how many times have you guys seen the cops with the flashlight in my eyes? And me tell them, you'll take the light out of my eyes or I'm not going to participate.
And I told you why they do that. There's a reason why they do that. Like, there's a reason why they do that. And I've already said the reason. So, Chile, just rewind it a little bit. I love how I'm talking to him like he's actually going to watch this. I know he's not. Well, he might. I don't know. If you do, hi. Yeah. So I'm going to keep going. Like I said, I'm still doing my research, so bear with me.
Oh, here comes a whole bunch of them now here.
Okay, so the cop texting, he texts these other cops and said they're shining the light in my face.
You're sure that's what they texted him?
Oh, you see that? He pulled the torture cuffs out of the back of his
There we
pocket.
go.
So take a look. See the pig in the middle here? This pig is going to pull his torture cuffs out. Watch. Right there, just pulled his torture cuffs out. Look at these beta male chump ass pigs.
Beta male chump ass pigs.
Piggy time.
Wow.
For what? Multiple warnings about what? Destruction of what?
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
That's his property. Yep. Taking it. Oh, you're gonna steal property, huh?
Wow, look at this. They're putting him in torture cuffs.
Oh, it is, huh? Let's go.
Yeah, I think Chile is getting confused between
Exactly, they're pigs.
DUI checkpoints and general checkpoints.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's exactly what it is. He doesn't understand the difference.
Mm-hmm.
They're total scumbags. Okay, so I want you guys to get over there to John Felax's channel, subscribe to his channel, let him know Delete Law sent you. But now let's take a look at something super important. There's something really important. So let me recite the Fourth Amendment for you. The Fourth Amendment is the right of the people to be secure in their person, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. And no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place or person to be searched or seized. The person, place, or things to be searched or seized. So that's the Fourth Amendment standard. So what's the key word in the Fourth Amendment? No, the right of the people to be secure in the person, house, paper, and effects against unreasonable seizures. If it's not reasonable to seize John Felax as he's on the side of the road for flashing a light. So this is the
this is the same thing as like, oh, they were arrested for just recording, or they were arrested for filming.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It doesn't matter what.
Also arrested because they were disruptive. They were violating privacy. They were doing shit with the phone that was committing crimes. Like,
yeah, a phone is not a force field. If you film yourself committing a murder, you can still be charged with that murder. Just the fact that you filmed it doesn't mean that it's a constitutionally protected activity and you can get away with it. Yeah, you're still going to be looking forward to the rest of your life in prison, or maybe less time in prison, but a shorter lifespan.
So my research that I was doing during this was because he likes to say that Sitz versus Michigan is an extension of Terry v. Ohio. I just pretty much looked at the entire case law, like the case text, the actual case text, and I have seen nothing that cites Terry v. Ohio. Nothing.
That doesn't surprise me. It would have been measured.
Definition.
Honestly,
I've seen Pennsylvania versus Sims. I've seen Mapp. I've seen Carroll v. United States. No Terry v. Ohio.
There's nothing.
No, I'm going over it again, but
I know, but there's nothing in that case that is even remotely similar to Terry v. Ohio.
No,
it can be measured against the Fourth Amendment, which is probably what they did. I haven't read the case, but I would suggest that's probably what happened.
He thinks Fourth Amendment, he immediately thinks Terry v. Ohio. Like, anything that's about Fourth Amendment is automatically about Terry v. Ohio. And it's
because that's what they did in Terry v. Ohio. They measured the reasonableness against the Fourth Amendment and decided that it was reasonable in those circumstances to conduct a search. And that's what they've done with these other cases. In fact, Judy put me onto a case that I don't know if I got the right one, but this is a better one for you, Chile. City of Indianapolis versus Edmond, 2000. That's the one that is very similar to DUI checkpoints. It actually says that
Look it up.
Can't. It is unreasonable to set up a general checkpoint just to find people who might be committing crimes, because there's no reasonable articulable. I can't even speak today, but there's no RAS.
It's like Raz.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So while it's perfectly legitimate to have DUI checkpoints, Chile, you can't have the general checkpoints, the sort of National Socialist style checkpoints that he's on about.
Everything is Terry v. Ohio.
So he's kind of right, but also completely bloody wrong at the same time.
Right. He's so good at doing that. He's so good at being that.
This is the chat GPT that I pulled up earlier. So
right,
now I want to show you.
Sorry, I'm trying to pull up
stated that all men are created equal. Sees his flashlight.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the sovereign citizen
because
thing now.
Taxes at the end of the year. It's just they're not going to want to go to schools if they're going to be sexually assaulted.
Oh dear God,
they're garbage. It's the Supreme Court, scholar. Just remember that it's not. You're reading it yourself, okay? Here's like qualified immunity being more important than Terry versus Ohio. It's not even remotely close. It's not even. It's like having no water to drink and being thirsty, and having a bottle of water to drink and being thirsty. Okay, that's the difference. That's the $1 million difference.
What?
So then I said, well, what about America becoming a corporation in the 1800s? The idea that the United States became a corporation in the 1800s is a common misconception. It's also associated.
Oh, what is that? It's a common misconception that the United States became a corporation. What was that?
With the various conspiracy theories. However, it's important to clarify that the United States is not and has never been a corporation.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Transparency or Tulane Cop Watch. That guy was a black guy. There's not a lot of black activist auditors, and Joe Cool is one of them.
Oh, for the love of
God! I will crowdfund for this guy. I will help him find his attorney. I will help him in any way I possibly can.
Oh dear God.
Take your time.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to find
the Jeopardy music here to actually sing our freedom the most.
Why is it even relevant?
So, there was no probable cause. There is. It was qualified immunity, or was that a DUI Nazi?
Okay, here we go. I think
it doesn't exist. It's not real. It was made up. It's not true. There's no giving him a face-to-face warning. It's an unreasonable seizure. The other night, I was at a DUI checkpoint. I was at a stop. You guys will see it. It'll come out in the next couple of days. And
was it a
when
stop
I was there,
or was it a
coppers
checkpoint?
had 4 young people in torture cuffs. These people were 18, 19.
Oh, I had that video.
They said the girls were
I had
minors,
that
the
video
girls might have been
set up.
17. The boys were 18, 19, 20 years old. So when they had them in torture cuffs, I said to them, why do you have these people in torture cuffs?
It's true.
They had him in torture cuffs because the guy who was driving the car was on probation. So they took all these kids and they put them all in torture cuffs. And that's become a reasonable seizure. It's reasonable because it's not a seizure. It's only detainment. Detainment is from what? Terry versus Ohio. That's what detainment is from. There's no such thing as detainment in America. It doesn't exist. It's not real. It was made up. It's not true. There's no such thing as detainment in the Constitution. There's no
theory.
It's not real.
What? Wait. Is he
spouting?
Wait, stop. Is he trying to say that detainment was not a thing? Well,
I mean, it absolutely was.
I don't know. I gotta look that up now.
It was created in 1968 by a racist, tyrannical Supreme Court that had a lifetime member of the KKK on the Supreme Court named Hugo Black, who was also one of the lead inquisitors in the John Terry oral arguments.
Okay, what was the guy's name again? Hold on.
It was created in 1968 by a racist, tyrannical Supreme Court that had a lifetime member of the KKK on the Supreme Court named Hugo Black, who was also one of the lead inquisitors in the John Terry oral arguments. So Terry creates this idea that if you put people in torture cuffs and you arrest them, you're not arresting them, you're not seizing them, they're only detained.
Many times already.
The Fourth Amendment's reasonable standard requires that searches and seizures by government are based on probable cause. They seized John Felix last night without any probable cause. Zero probable cause. John, you got to get lost here. And conducted in a manner that balances the government's interest
No,
in
you
individuals' right to
don't.
privacy.
No, you
It's a
don't.
fundamental protection against arbitrary and intrusive government actions and plays a critical role
In
in
fact, he did it
safeguarding
in front of
individual
them.
liberty. So once again, you guys are
They
reading
witnessed
it.
him do it.
Statist, chat GPT, cops sucking artificial intelligence. I can't wait till someone comes out with an artificial intelligence that doesn't require that. Make sure you're polite. Make sure you're being kind. Make sure you're not saying anything that's too intrusive. Is that what the jackboot thug pigs do when they come and arrest you off the street for flashing a light at the ground? But I can't.
Did he shine a light at the ground? No.
He did
shined
eventually.
it on the people, on the persons. So he didn't just shine it down on the ground. Okay, he did later after he shined it on the persons. So, shut the fuck up. I hate that. They just love to just cherry pick their facts. They love to cherry pick things that match their narrative. Like, I can't fucking stand it. I can't stand it.
Everybody, Joe Cool's in the room. Get over there to Joe Cool's channel.
I went to a shop today. It doesn't mean I didn't also go to the
black
bank.
activists we have, and him and Philip Turner, and there was one more guy. Oh, there used to be what was that? Was it Two-Lane Transparency or Two-Lane Cop Watch? That guy was a black guy. There's not a lot of black activist auditors, and Joe Cool is one of them. And so get over to his channel. Make sure you subscribe over there. So now I'm going to go. Now, this whole talk was about sovereign citizens versus the rule of law. So you guys can see that they violated his rights. So I put some stuff in here just so we could go over it because I want to explain. So this is the thing I heard yesterday, and this is what really kind of got me where I'm like, you know what? It's so many of these YouTubers and Instagrammers and people who don't know what the F they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking
like
about.
You.
They just say things that they heard other people say, and so they go, oh yeah. Just like James Freeman spreading around qualified immunity. It's qualified immunity.
Chile.
Is that how John Felix got arrested? Was qualified immunity? Or was that a DUI Nazi checkpoint that was set up by Terry versus Ohio? And then was he detained?
It was not.
Using Terry versus Ohio? Yes. And then was he seized?
Chile, stop saying that. Seriously, stop saying that. It was not set up by Terry v. Ohio. It wasn't. It wasn't. That's a completely separate thing. I'm going to have to do a fucking video about this, like a real legit video about this, about the difference between DUI checkpoints and Terry v. Ohio. Like, I'm going to have to fucking do this because I can't, I just can't. I freaking can't. Like, okay.
And taken to the dungeon based on them setting up a Terry stop in the middle of the road, a Terry detention on the side of the road, and then taken to the dungeon.
So
there's no qualified immunity there. And that's in 9 out of 10 arrests. Most
detention.
arrests don't ever have to do with qualified immunity. 9 out of 10 arrests start as a Terry stop.
No, they don't.
Okay, I will admit that there may be a few that are because of reasonable articulate suspicion, but because they're not searching your car, they're not searching your person, they're not searching you. It's not a Terry stop because they're not searching you. They're not searching you.
The problem that Chile has is that he thinks that everything that involves a search is a Terry stop.
Exactly.
But, as we've already established, there's case law relating to DUI checkpoints that has nothing to do with Terry. It's
Carroll v. United States, 1925, I think, because it was about the prohibition and about having alcohol in your car. That the cops, if you were like driving recklessly or driving from the police, high-speed chases, whatever, I gotta look it up for real. But that would give the police the rights to search your car for any sort of alcoholic beverage. I could totally be fucking that up, but I feel like that's more or less what it's about.
No, that sounds about right.
Okay, and that was way before Terry v. Ohio, where they were actually searching your property. So
see, they were already searching.
Yeah, they were already searching shit well before Terry v. Ohio.
There are so many different types of searches, and each one has a piece of case law that relates to it and allows it and states that it's either constitutional or unconstitutional. And he's just cherry picking one of them that he doesn't like because I don't know, whatever reason he's bloody got, and just blaming all of them on this one little piece, this one little tooth of the comb. It's all this one tooth problem.
Oh my God.
So what came first, the chicken or the egg? Terry versus Ohio comes first. It's not even remotely close. It's not even kind of
chicken.
Terry versus Ohio by a mile, by 100 miles. I don't want cops invading me. I don't want cops invading me. I don't want it. OTVO, Rusty. Everybody put it in there.
I don't want you invading me.
I think he dreams about that quite often, personally, but that's just me.
Put it in there. OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Just pop it in the chat right now. OTVO. Let's fill that chat real quick with OTVO.
Which is never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Detainment last night, which is Terry versus Ohio.
Hashtag, it's never going to happen.
Chile, we've been detaining people all over the world, including in the US. And I say we because, you know, this whole British thing prior to America existing.
Ohio.
We detained
Everything
people
you're seeing
back
is Terry
then.
versus Ohio. There was no need to.
The British Army
there
detained
was no need to invoke qualified immunity because the cops didn't beat them up on camera. And then you can go around qualified immunity by simply proving, by using your trifold, by showing the cop, here's the law, copper. And then if they do it anyway, they went around the law, circumvented your rights. They knew better. Now you go around their qualified immunity. Just keep it what it is. Just keep it real. Don't BS me. So anyway, I heard this guy on this, a YouTuber, he said origin. He said on his YouTube the other day that citizen means that you're a slave, that you sign up to be a slave. It's just not true. It's just not true. It's just not true. It's a lie. It's another YouTube garbage thing that's been going around for years. And everybody's afraid to challenge that. All these people are saying that citizen means you're a slave. It does not. It does not. It's the opposite of that.
Yeah, Juan Galt was a soft state way before YouTube was invented.
Mm-hmm.
Way before YouTube was invented. Yeah, I honestly, Peter, I actually forgot we were watching him in 1.5. Like, I actually forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's making it slightly more tolerable.
The word citizen is the catalyst to the 14th Amendment. So let me get into it a little bit. So it's just not what you think it is. So what this says here, I said, tell me the origins of the word citizen. And I looked at this, and so ChatGPT, just so you know, they're correct in this because I know my history. The word citizen has origins in ancient Rome, but in the
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And I've proven that. I have proven that you don't know your history, Chile. I have proven that twice.
In 3 minutes.
1 in 3 minutes, and
Under
another
3
one in 10 minutes. And like 2 minutes and 57 seconds. Oh my god. You do not know your history, Chile. You don't.
Honestly, Kelly, that really would not surprise me. That sounds about right.
Right.
The context of America, its usage and meaning has evolved over time. Here's a brief overview of the origins and the development of the term citizen in America. Ancient Rome, the term citizen originally comes from Latin word civis, which referred to a member of the Rome state at their leave. If you're the office, and it's not like we declared independence and then we went to war. No. We were already in a full-on battle with England. They had already sent over thousands and thousands of troops. So
he's not wrong about that.
A lot of people just don't understand. Let's just keep going. I'll just keep reading. So,
but Chile, here's a history question for you. And a history question for everybody else. What started the real conflict between the Americas, between the colonies and the British? What was the location of what they called the shot heard around the world? Where was that?
You didn't like tea. Damn you.
No, that was
I'm joking. I'm teasing.
It's not that we didn't like tea. We just didn't want to pay for it.
Honestly, that sounds about right, to be honest. Yeah.
So during the American Revolution from 1775 to 1783, the Declaration of Independence penned by Thomas Jefferson in 1776 famously stated that all men are created equally and endowed with certain unalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So that is a direct plagiarism. It's Thomas Jefferson maybe penned those words, but he actually copied those words from John Locke's book, Two Treatises of Government, written in 1690. I'm sorry. Yeah, he took those words from John Locke's book. Thomas Jefferson was quite a student. He had read Montesquieu. He had read Paine. Thomas Paine was a very good friend of.
Wait, no, because John Locke was believed in life, liberty, and property, and then Jefferson changed it to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. So technically, that's not plagiarizing.
Of Thomas Jefferson's. He had read Leviathan. He had read The Spirit of Laws by Montesquieu. Thomas Jefferson was very, very well educated. And so he spent the time to get it done properly. And so when you include life, liberty, and property, the revolutionary document helped shape the modern understanding of citizenship in America, emphasizing the idea that citizenship should be based on the principles of equality and individual rights. So citizenship should be based on the principles of equality and individual rights. That has nothing to do with you being a slave if you call yourself a citizen. I've just been hearing this on YouTube long enough, and it's just crap. It's been crap, and it's always been crap, and it's just a lie. The word citizenship does not mean you're a slave. I'm proudly an American U.S. citizen. I'm not proud of the tyrannical jackboot thug pigs in our government who bastardized our Constitution to where it's created an absolute tyrannical police state, prison state, death state. But I'm proud to be an American citizen. I'm an American through and through. I bleed red, white, and blue, baby. I'm an American. I'm fighting for this country right now.
No, you're not.
So then it goes
No,
on
you're
to say
not.
Constitution and citizenship. The United States Constitution, adopted in 1787 and ratified in 1788, established the framework for the federal government and addressed the issue of citizenship. The Constitution defines who can be a citizen, including those born or naturalized in the United States. So this is the clutch. Okay, so just so you guys know, what you're going to learn right here, this is the clutch moment in America where citizenship now defines that if you are an American citizen, you get equal protection under the law, regardless of previous indentured servitude.
Wait. The Constitution was not ratified in 1788. It was ratified in 1790. Bruh, even your chat GPT doesn't know what the fuck it's talking about. Like, what the fuck? What? Oh my god.
Yeah, chat GHB can occasionally make mistakes. I think it's all of the GHB, to be honest. But
I have homework to do. Boom! Nemo got it.
mm-hmm.
Good job, Nemo. Gold star for Nemo.
Yeah, it was
you're good,
the unknown
you're
shot that nobody actually knows. I don't think which side it actually came from.
No, nobody does really know.
Shot.
There's I feel my personal opinion on it is that we were the ones that fired the first shot because we were not fully trained.
Honestly, it sounds like something that a militia would do.
Yeah, exactly. Something not quite, not fully trained, not like, I kind of think we did it. I kind of think
most of the people in sort of Concord and Lexington, they were locals. Some of them were actually quite young.
Yes. Yeah.
They were just locals who happened to have firearms. We were
freaking Han Solo. We shot first. We were Han Solo.
So yeah, they were soldiers. For some of them, for about 5 minutes before they started to form.
We were definitely Han Solo in that one.
So can't really hold it against them.
Being a slave, because there were people in America who were slaves that were indentured slaves, but they weren't black. They came over from Ireland, they came over from France, came over from all over the place because they came here for opportunity, and they ended up in a indentured servitude slavery role.
He's
working
not
for
wrong about that
them
either.
over, and they could just never get
Chile.
out. So they were now
did you know that half of the British Army was
there
not
were white
British?
people too, mostly black, but a lot of people came over because
half of them were
they had the opportunity to be an American. So the Constitution defines who can be a citizen, including those born or naturalized in the United States. The 14th Amendment to the Constitution, ratified in 1868, further clarified the criteria for citizenship and affirmed the principles of equal protection under the law. Expanding definitions. Over time, the definition of citizenship in America has been expanded to include broader range of rights and responsibilities. It now encompasses not only legal status, but also civic engagement, participation in the democratic process, and adherence to the principles and values of the nation. In summary, the term citizen in America has its roots in ancient Rome, but evolved significantly over the centuries. It gained new meaning and significance during the American Revolution and was codified in the United States Constitution. So that means the word was codified in the United States Constitution. Today, being a citizen in the United States carries both legal and civic dimensions, reflecting the nation's commitment to the principles of equality, individual rights, and democratic participation. So if you were not a U.S. citizen in 1868, then you didn't get the rights and privileges of being an American citizen. That's why so many, and I'm going to just read off ChatGPT here so that you guys can understand it without my slant or my perspective or my opinion. It's going to have a slant anyway because ChatGPT is a statist all the way. So now we're going to get into this next part.
But it's a statist that doesn't even get their facts right.
Oh, say that again.
It's a statist that doesn't get their facts right.
Echo.
Oh, how's that? I need a new freaking microphone. Like I need a new microphone so bad.
You know that I love your echo. It's brilliant.
I know, but I need to actually hear it. It's annoying when I'm echoing and I can't hear it.
I just tried to tell you that it's happening so that at least you're aware of it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that because it would have really annoyed me.
Which is I already know the answers here, but I wanted you guys to see this from an artificial intelligence.
Yeah, of course you know.
Some people in America say that the word citizens means slave. Why do they say that? I've been hearing that. It's such crap. It's not true.
Well,
the assertion that the word citizen means slave in America is not accurate in the conventional sense and does not reflect the standard definition of the term. However, some individuals or group may use this argument or make such claims for various reasons. Here are a few possible explanations for why people might say that. Historical context. Some individuals may argue that in the historical context of the United States, especially during periods of slavery and racial segregation, certain groups of people were denied full citizenship rights and were effectively treated as second-class citizens.
At least we
know
Chile
use the term citizen to highlight the stark contrast between the theoretical ideals of citizenship, equality, rights, and participation, and the harsh realities faced by marginalized communities. Social and political critique. People who make this argument that citizen means slavery may do so as a form of social or political critique. they may be highlighting instances where certain groups, such as blacks or indigenous people, were denied full citizenship rights, including the right to vote, own property, or participate fully in the American society. So this is a super important part here. This is a super important part of this. So this may highlight instances where certain groups, such as blacks or indigenous Native American Indians, were denied full citizenship rights, including the right to vote, 15th Amendment, 1870, equal protection of the law, 1860, and including the right to vote, to own property. The 14th Amendment is going to give the equal protection of the law, which is going to give American citizens the right to contract equally. Now, this is going to have a slippery slope.
Alan, I will show you what happened to the Cruella stick.
That I'll just explain to you. So, and we're denied full citizenship rights, including the right to vote, own property, or participate fully in American society. So that has to do with black codes. 1865, the abolition of slavery happens. And so that happens in the final word is given by I'm going to blank on his name, in Galveston, Texas, in like June of 1865, Juneteenth. You guys know the date Juneteenth, where a general from the Northern Army who's defeated the South rides into town and tells the black folks there, because all the slave owners told the blacks in Galveston, you're still a slave. So the general rides into town in Galveston and tells them all, you're all free. You're all free. So now let's break down exactly what happens here. So now with the 14th Amendment is going to give people the right to contract. Okay, so you get equal protection under the law to contract. So because 1865, the abolition of slavery, from 1865 to 1868, it's 3 years. 3 years is a long time. Hold your breath for more than 3 minutes. 3 years is a very long time. Very long time. So I've only been on social media for 2 years. So that lets you know how long 3 years is. So 3 years later, they passed the 14th Amendment, which gives equal protection under the law for citizens and gives them the right to contract, because previously blacks and Indians and Chinese didn't have the right to contract. So now they get the right to contract. And what happens is the Southern slave owners begin to create what is called peonage contracts. Like I call myself a peon, like you are a peon, and I'm running to be leader of the peons, to be governor, where I can change this tyrannical system from the top down. So the Southern slave owners say, okay, if blacks can contract with us and they have a right to contract, well, then the government can get out of it. Get out. You're not involved in this. And so for a few years, blacks go through this really horrible time.
Wait, he said peons. How did he spell that?
Peons, if I recall correctly. Yeah, Alan, this is what happened to the Cruella stick. It started out looking sort of like that. Okay. And now it looks like that.
Oh yeah, he was shit.
Yeah.
So definition, a peon is a person who does hard or boring work for very little money, or a person who is not very important in a society or organization. So basically he wants to be the governor of not important people.
Yeah, he's basically referring to, I suppose another word for it would be, a peasant.
So
a plebeian.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does. Well, I don't know about working.
A lesser
hard,
being.
Yeah. So he's saying that he's not very important in society. Okay, I can agree with that.
Time where they're given peonage contracts, where they can live on the land and work the land, but they got to pay rent, and they got to pay room and board, but they got to work the land, and then they're going to get a percentage of the farm if they can only work enough to start to gain, but they never can. It's called a peon contract or a peonage contract. So the right to contract is used against blacks in America and used against their citizenship, because they kicked the government out of the contracts. And because the government in 1868, you may have had some real freedom fighters in there, for the most part, the government is still inherently a deeply racist and tyrannical organization that really wants to keep slavery, because slavery is going to continue. Like, just so you know, in 1865, when slavery was abolished, slavery's abolished in America, it wasn't at all. It wasn't at all. Well, there were still slaves all over the place. Thanks, Alec, for the super chat. There were still slaves everywhere. They had slavery going strong after 1865. So what's going to happen, just so you guys know, let me just walk you down through history a little bit here.
Oh yes, please do.
I'm gonna come back. Let me finish what I'm reading here.
Oh my God, he's got worse ADHD.
I really want to hear Chile's idea of reconstruction. All right.
Yeah, seriously. All right. Take over for a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Oh Lord. I don't know about you guys, but I dread where this is going. Hey, Chile, spoiler alert. They created apprenticeships. And said, you're no longer a slave, you're now an apprentice. An unpaid intern. Mm-hmm. And especially, with the losses that the South had had during the Civil War, I'm not surprised they tried to do that. I mean, they were in a very similar position to Germany right after the First and Second World War. Kind of got to do what you got to do to survive, Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Javers. It was a thing during the Reconstruction, sort of 20 years after the American Civil War. Which is basically just reimagining slaves. Slavery was outlawed, so they just called it something different and carried on as if nothing had happened. So yeah. Yeah, very similar to modern internships, especially in the US, where a lot of them are unpaid. And it just strikes me as absolutely balmy. In fact, I would actually... I would draw a direct line between slavery and modern internships in the US. Something that Chile wouldn't even think of doing because he's not smart enough.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
But my response to if I was having an interview with an employer in the US who was like, okay, this is a non-paid position, I would be like, well, at least slaves had a roof over their head and a meal in their bellies. Just saying.
Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. God bless you, man. I really. Oh, DLZ clips.
Why do you want to be paid? I like food.
DLZ clips. So now let me check this out here. Let me keep going on this bad chicken. Rhetorical strategy. Some activists and advocates employ proactive rhetoric to draw attention to issues of inequality, injustice, or historical oppression. The term citizen to mean slave can be a rhetorical device to emphasize the point that not all individuals in American history have enjoyed
I think it all depends, because they're not all like that.
It is essential to recognize that while this art...
I'm getting bored.
I'm sort of overgeneralizing, really, more than anything else.
Is it in the washer?
Yeah.
Does it need to go in the dryer?
Argument may serve as a rhetorical...
One second, guys. Mark, take over for a minute.
Oh, again? Judy, do that. I would actually really like to hear about that, because over here it's not. I mean, it is a thing over here as well. We do have unpaid internship type deals. And apprenticeships and things like that, but most of them are generally paid.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually only when you get down to sort of like smaller charities and things like that you might get an unpaid.
You don't really can't get any more.
Yeah.
Because then it wouldn't be Mark, the sarcastic law student, after dark. And which is making faces at
Sorry, my mom distracted me.
Hi, Mummy.
Right, I was getting bored. So do we want to keep going with this, or do we want to watch Juan Galt eviscerate Broken System, Broken Trust, and Wolverine Transparency?
Well, before you do that, I want to show you.
That was my mom. Yes. Hold on one second.
I'll just tell her I say hello, darling.
She's like, "Hi, I remember him." It's like,
of course, she remembers me.
Yeah, for all who don't know, I was in. No, you're good.
You gotta explain the whole situation.
Yeah, I gotta explain the situation. A little backstory. Yeah, a little backstory. I was in the hospital first week of February for about 3 days, and all my friends, Mark and Larry and Dan, Becca, Jay, Mandy, Vinny, Alan, like there's so many, and of course my mom was with me, like from start of visiting hours to the end of visiting hours. So I was in voice chats a lot on Discord, and my mom loves Scottish people, and so when I told her about Alan, I said, not only is he Scottish, but he's gay, and she's like, so she has a secret love for Alan. So now,
Alan's probably still in the side chat. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not Larry the cat. Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I said that Alan said hey.
Wait, you didn't say I said hey? I'm fine then.
You say hi to her all the time.
Yeah. Tell her I'll speak to her later. It'll be fine. It's all good.
Okay, so yes. So we want to watch the. Oh, you want to show me something? All right, hold on. Let me. Okay, you want to show me something, and then we'll go to the video.
Which one do I want to go to first? The t-shirt that Arby sent me.
She'd flip because Peter Capaldi is her favorite doctor. # her Scottish boyfriend. So she'd flip totally.
Yes, yeah, I probably should. That'd be quite funny. Okay, so I want to.
No, Alan needs to say it. He's the Scottish one.
Well.
No, Alan's got to say it. You already have yours. You already have your greeting for her.
I know I have my greeting for her. It's the same greeting I use for everybody. There we go.
Of course, Dan. Hello, witch mom's mother. Did you just make that? Who just made that?
That's Arby. He's been making these things. He just comes up with these random ideas and like takes him like 5 seconds on
Wait. Instead of ladies of anti, shouldn't it be ladies against frauditors? I feel like that works better. Ladies against frauditors.
Oh.
It just occurred to me. Arby, this is incredible. I feel now that I'm looking at it and I'm seeing ladies of anti-fraud, I feel like it should be ladies against frauditors. I feel like that works a little better.
I'm sure something like this could,
ladies
be
against
convinced
frauditors.
to appear on the merch store. Yeah.
Bruh. Okay, once if
Hi, Kim.
I'm gonna say hi, Miss Kim. Dan. Hello, witch of hearts, mother. If I ever get merch, which I doubt will ever come to that, but if I do,
honestly,
this right here.
I'll just add it onto my merch store. It'll be fine.
There you go. Then you get all marks.
Yeah, kind of a section of that.
There you get all marks. Yeah, ladies against. I think it should be ladies against.
Says that one.
I think that works better.
And Peter sent me this one.
Oh, Peter's great for sending memes and stuff.
Funny.
Oh yeah. Yes. Now made even more simple for some. Love it.
I need to memify something like that. That'd be quite funny.
Let me pull that up. Let's see. Oh, we just did another one. Here we go. So for anybody who doesn't know Juan Gold, he is a boss. He is a constitutional lawyer. Like, he's a legit constitutional law scholar. Like, ex-Sovset. Sovsets. Like, one of the first Sovsets ever. And is just an all-around awesome human being. Yeah, that's what we said before. I get and laugh at them. Exactly. Against felonious frauditors. Oh, I like the felonious. But not all frauditors are felons. I think I still want to go against ladies against frauditors because it kind of covers more. That's a good one, Nemo. That's a good one. But I think I like the ladies against frauditors. Yeah, I like.
I wonder if it would be quite fun if we could actually add an I on the end of that and think of something that could be laughy.
Laughy.
Yeah, because we have we have something over here called the NAFI, and it's basically a social club type thing for soldiers and US British military personnel.
Oh well, no.
And
it's gotta be
traditionally,
smart.
they would have a young lady who was serving in a NAFI, who was the NAFI girl, and it would be
I knew that, Peter.
Would be the source of inspiration for many a young soldier.
Yes, he has argued at the Supreme Court. Yes.
And I thought that it'd be fun to have you as the lactose.
No, because it's no. I'm not doing a British thing when I don't know what that's about. No, because I've never gone against flat earthers, so I'm going to say a no on that one. I don't know about that. Maybe I don't know. I would love to have him on panel one night. That'd be awesome. Okay, so this is because Juan likes to go on BSBT's panels and basically school them on shit. And it's just the ending. The ending just summarizes everything, and it's just so perfect. It's so perfect. It's really it was a great start to my day because I watched this as I was getting ready for work. So let me pull it up, and then I think after that we might call it a night.
Yeah.
Here we go. If y'all aren't following this dude or subscribe to him, you need to do so. Now. Right now. For real.
Okay, we've got our legal expert, Broken System, Broken Trust today.
Oh, wait. I forgot I had it. I had all the setting. Let me go back. Let me do normal.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Sidekick Wolverine Transparency, call him Wolvie.
Thank you, Kim.
Who thinks he's a paralegal. And we're going to cover jurisdiction again and see if we can get these doofuses to comprehend what's going on. So stay tuned. You're going to really enjoy this.
Wait, it would be doofuses or doofi? Octopus, it'd be octopi. Would it be doofuses or doofi? It's a good question. Yes, he's definitely an OG. Absolutely.
Sit back.
I kind of like doofi.
And enjoy.
Yeah. So, Mr. Galt, can we discuss jurisdiction just real quick? I have a few basic, simple, logical questions I want to ask you about jurisdiction. About crime that I'm presumed innocent of. Why did I do 6 days in jail when they don't even have when they can't even produce factual evidence of jurisdiction?
Well, that's because you're confused. You're trying to confuse apples with oranges. Factual evidence of jurisdiction in a court of law, not a military court, but a court of law, is the easiest thing to produce and has been produced in your case. Now, here, Josh, I cut out all this. There was a lot of BS in this. But Josh says he's going to ask logical questions, and then he takes the illogical step of presenting the military code to me as an example, which is illogical because it doesn't apply. It's like comparing apples to oranges to a regular court of law and a military court. So keep that in mind.
Well, here is what you said. Here's your exact claim right here. So as the judge told you, he doesn't have to prove anything to you, and that includes factual evidence of jurisdiction. If you think he lacks jurisdiction, it's up to you to prove it to him. The prosecutor has already presented prima facie evidence, jurisdiction, and the cop's testimony will be firsthand evidence to support the prosecutor's case at trial.
Now, how is that hard to comprehend? How hard is that?
Isn't that different? Mr. Carroll said that the judge said that the factual evidence jurisdiction was on the ticket. So which one is it? Is it the ticket? Is it the jail cell?
It's both.
both.
here
No.
again. No, you're confusing. There's all kinds of jurisdiction, dude. There's jurisdiction in court, and there's jurisdiction of law enforcement, the executive branch. The judicial branch has jurisdiction, and the executive branch has jurisdiction. So,
now it's two separate. So now it's two separate wings.
There's three types of jurisdiction here, because we have three branches of government. There's legislative jurisdiction, there's judicial jurisdiction, and there is executive branch jurisdiction. So it's the jurisdiction was given by the state legislature, Michigan state legislature, they wrote the laws and said to whom they apply and how they're to be enforced. So just let me finish it all. So what they did is then they said, okay, we're going to create some courts, and we're going to give these courts certain jurisdiction to hear certain kind of cases, from murder cases to family cases to divorce cases to traffic cases. And we're going to give each one of these courts the jurisdiction to hear disputes under those laws, the traffic laws, for instance, in your case. Okay, so they also said we are giving jurisdiction to the executive branch, i.e. police, law enforcement. We are giving them jurisdiction to enforce these laws that we are passing. And that's the three separate jurisdictions.
Hold up. Can I speak for a second, if you don't mind? I agree.
At least he asked.
Articulating them pretty well. Is on the ticket.
Okay? Well, okay. And it is.
All right. Nowhere on that ticket does it say anything about jurisdiction.
That's because you don't know. That's because you don't know what constitutes jurisdiction in a judge's eye. And that is something these soft sits and these pseudo lawyers or these so-called paralegals try to say. Well, I looked at the traffic ticket. The judge tells me evidence of jurisdiction is on the traffic ticket, and I look at it and there's no such word as jurisdiction there. Well, here's what a judge looks at. Listen to me carefully, Broken System and Wolverine. Here's what a judge looks at. He sees a traffic ticket and he says, okay, let's see. This traffic ticket was issued at this address. Okay, that's in my geographic area. That's in my territory. I have territorial jurisdiction. Let's see. And this was stopped here at this address. And he's within my jurisdiction, so I have personal jurisdiction over the matter. And it's a traffic ticket, and I'm a traffic ticket judge. And I have subject matter jurisdiction. So that's what a judge sees when he looks at a charging instrument. He can tell whether or not he has jurisdiction. And that is prima facie evidence of jurisdiction. It establishes a rebuttable presumption that if you think the court lacks jurisdiction, then you can put together your motion and say, here are the reasons why this court lacks jurisdiction. Now that's how it works. That's why it doesn't say jurisdiction on the ticket, is because the judge and most legal professionals know what constitutes and establishes prima facie evidence of jurisdiction. Let's continue with these people.
Just give me a second. Mr. Galt, here, look at what's coming up on your screen here, Mr. Galt. I want you to recognize this and tell me, this says right here, as far as the military court, do you see where down towards the bottom, I'm going to read that last paragraph. It says in parentheses.
No, read the second paragraph. That's it. Read the second paragraph.
Jurisdiction is the power of a court to try and determine a case and to render a valid judgment. Okay,
period.
So we agree.
Full stop. Period.
Boom.
Full stop.
Boom.
So we agree
that's a jurisdiction of a court right there.
Okay, it's 600.705. Limited personal jurisdiction over individuals. One begins. And according to that judge told you 3 times it's on the ticket.
But everything I've ever read on jurisdiction says that it must be proven in a military court, in a state court, and in an international court or a federal court. Jurisdiction must be proven.
Who does it have to be proven to?
Boom.
Silence.
Oh my God! Now you're backtracking again.
I'm asking you a question. You said jurisdiction has to be proven. Yes, case law says that. You're absolutely correct. Who does it have to be proven to?
in 705, it
If you'll
says it
come
right
back
in
up
here.
soon.
The existence of any of the following relationship between an individual and his agent, and it shall be constituted on significant basis of jurisdiction. The more I get into it, all my training's coming back to me.
So are you through? You through with me here because you're 705. 705 is what is there to establish minimum contacts of somebody who lives out of state and maybe has received a complaint, and they say, "Hey, I don't even live in your fucking state. Your laws don't apply."
Language.
This guy's spouting off.
It's got nothing to do with where you live. It's
agreed
you were when the offense was committed.
Yeah, Judy, I laughed at that too. Oh, my training's coming back to me.
Yeah, if you commit a crime in California, it's no good saying, "Hey, I live in New York." Yeah, you can't prosecute me.
Yeah, that's not how that works. Because you committed the crime in there. Yeah, training. All his training is coming back to him. Yeah, that's what he said.
This is what he keeps harping at, is this 600.705. Limited personal jurisdiction over individuals. The word that should have stood out to him was limited. So let's go through this. It's existence of any of the following relationships between an individual or his agent and the state shall constitute a sufficient basis of jurisdiction to enable a court of record of this state to exercise limited personal jurisdiction over the individual, and to enable the court to render personal judgments against the individual or his representative arising out of an act which creates any of the following relationships. Like I tried to tell this doofus, that this portion right here, this limited jurisdiction they're talking about, is for special appearance. This is for people who have to the state has to establish minimum contacts for them to be brought into court in this state if they are out of state. So all of these things,
Chile's,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
case that he wants to
are the things that would constitute somebody or a corporation or a business to having minimal contacts within the state to fall under their jurisdiction. Now, what this self-proclaimed degreed paralegal should have looked at was 600.701, general personal jurisdiction over individuals. This is a much wider scope, and it lists the things that are necessary for you to be under the court's jurisdiction. And it's very simple. Number one, presence in the state at the time when process was served. Guess what? Josh was in the state when he was served with a traffic ticket. Domiciled in the state at the time when the process is served. Well, he lives there. And the last one doesn't relative. And actually, even 2 is unnecessary. All that's necessary is number 1, and there you have it. So I don't know, this degreed paralegal should get his money back, because either they didn't teach him well or he didn't comprehend well. So I guess his brain isn't really firing the way he thinks it is. Bye to me.
Hey, Mr. Gold, before I let you go, hold on. Let me play the clip from my court, and you tell me. I just have one question for you about this video. Can you watch this one video? It's, let's see, it's how long is this? It's 1 minute 11 seconds. Can we watch this video real quick? And I have a question for you. Okay?
No, it's not.
Go for it.
Okay, here's the video.
It's from the Zoom court.
You want a trial today? You want a trial today?
Well, I mean, I'd even be willing to, sign a guilty plea today if the court can just produce the factual evidence of jurisdiction. It should be in my file somewhere. I was asking for the same thing up in the Clarkston courthouse.
It's in your file, then they've already produced it.
Mr. Lanto, I'm not going to produce anything. I don't have to. I'm the judge. And as far as I know, the prosecutor can only produce what he wants to produce to convict.
Boom.
So we're not doing that.
Like, boom.
30 days. Do you want the 30 days, or do you want to go to trial?
Yeah, it's not the
today?
judge's job to
Well, let's see what the discovery evidence has to say. But first,
You mean
if they
Jonathan Frakes?
very first thing
Is that
out
who
of
you're
there is
referring to?
they could send the factual evidence of jurisdiction. That would be great. It should be a one-page
Oh, Jonathan.
document. If the prosecutor filed it, fantastic.
Mr. Lanto,
See that?
you're talking crazy.
Yep, you are.
Court dates I have where I brought up factual evidence of
Yeah, you are.
jurisdiction. Not once have I been told I'm talking crazy. Not one time.
You got in front of a real judge that don't mind saying it like it is. Weak to put up with your bullshit as long as they
I like that other
All right,
series.
Chagall, I'm going to drop you down. Thanks for being a good sport as always. And sorry if I still haven't been convinced. I know you've gone to every length you can to try to explain it and break it down for me. And I'm just a dummy, and I won't ever get it. You know what I mean?
Yes, we all know what you mean.
Just a dummy, and I won't ever get it. You know what I mean?
Yes, we all know what you mean, Josh. The courts know what you mean. Judges know what you mean. Prosecutors know what you mean.
With an I.
I know what you
that-
mean.
that
Everybody
judge knows
that's ever
his,
viewed your videos know what you
The
mean.
judge has got his number.
You're just too dumb to get it using your words.
Mic drop.
I unscrewed my mic from its stand just so that I could do that.
All right, we're stuck.
Oh, sorry. Forgot I was on autoplay.
Mhm.
But yeah, I literally unscrewed my mic from its so I could just now I gotta screw it back in. It was worth it though. It was so worth it. So worth it.
We're back on echo mode.
Oh shit. Okay, there we go.
Not
take
that
over for a second while I fix this.
So, welcome to Marcus Sarcastic Law Student After Dark. She's smiling in the background. Look at this. She loves it when I do that. I don't even have anything to add to that because he said it all. It's like, what do you add to that? I mean, you're on mute.
It's fixed now.
Oh, it's fixed now. Good. Does that mean
Well,
that I'm back to being executive officer?
Yes. I just didn't want. I muted it so that you didn't hear the the grinding of this part because I didn't know how that was going to sound.
I don't mind hearing a bit of grinding.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here.
Mm.
I need to make like an intro video to these streams and the ridiculously inappropriate things that we say.
That's one of those things that
or things that be taken out of context. One of these would be good, like taking his thing out and grinding and all that.
Oh yeah, we could totally make a clip compilation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need to make. There's gonna be a lot of going through streams. But
as long as my I have one very important question for you, Joshy boy. Makes it.
Oh, that's still there. That's still there.
Yes. I've still got the audio from that.
Yeah, he still has that one. Oh no, it's no. I'm gonna say Simone. It's no, not like an intro to the streams, like as
just a random
separate video. It would be a separate video on the channel. It wouldn't be like an intro to the streams or anything. Mark is my number one.
Absolutely.
He's my number one.
Why is Mark looking confused? I'm looking confused because it sounded say wrong but also say right at the same time, and I couldn't quite decide which side of the fence I lay on that particular matter. But
you can't get anything out.
Yes, not on stream anyway. That sort of thing is frowned upon.
Yeah, that's a no-no. That's a no-no here.
Yeah, that has to wait till afterwards. That's fine.
I know, right? I just thought times never a problem before. No, it really was a problem. They just were a little nicer and more patient about it than this judge. This judge was done taking your shit.
I love that judge.
I know, right? That judge was amazing.
It's the first time I've ever seen this judge, but
I know. You're talking crazy. Like,
he just knew exactly what was going on, and he didn't have time for any of the bullshit. He was just, yeah.
He's done with that.
done with that.
I'm not going to sit here for about 3 hours trying to explain jurisdiction to this moron. I'm just going to call him an idiot and be done with it. And he didn't. It was beautiful to watch.
Hold on. I need to text my dad for a second.
It was beautiful to watch then. It's still beautiful to watch now. And in about 10 years' time, it will also be beautiful to watch. When we are old and grey, or I'm older, it will be beautiful to watch then too.
Sorry, I'm texting my dad right now before I forget. Because apparently one of my dad's colleagues, even though I mentioned this in the last stream, but I'll mention it again because I'm still like blown away by it. But yeah, one of my dad's colleagues actually like knows me, like knows this channel, has watched my channel. So my dad's friend, if you're watching this, hi.
Hey.
Yeah, like it's in like, which part's your daughter? I'm like, wait, you're totally making that up. Like, you're making that. He's like, no, because he even said she doesn't take crap. I'm like, holy shit, he does watch my channel.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this person is in the chat. Because I feel like this person would have said something in the chat. Maybe. I don't know. I just texted my dad asking him if he can find out what his YouTube handle is. Because I know his real name. I'm not going to say it, obviously. But it's not a name that I recognize. And I know people put their real names on here.
I have my own history with holy water. The last time I went to church, my backside caught fire. It wasn't because, anything to do with Satan or anything like that. It was...
Says the Satanist.
I bent over in front of a candle and my bum caught fire. And, of course, the only thing to put it out was the font. It was very refreshing, I must say. But the vicar was not amused, which just made it even funnier, I'm not going to lie.
Because you're a Satanist?
Mm-hmm. And
no, Artie, we're not talking about you.
Funny.
Yeah. Because you're a Satanist and you literally caught fire in a church. Yeah, that could totally be taken out of context.
Arby's brilliant. Look at right. Look.
All right, let me see.
He's changed it. All right.
Actually, I might open up the panel a little bit. Have some people come up and hang out if they want to for a little bit before we sign off.
There you go. Ladies against frauditors.
Oh my god. I love it.
Arby, you'll have to actually let me know if it's all right if we use something like this on Merge, because it's kind of your idea. I don't want to just do it anyway.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
oh
we totally need something like this.
We totally need something like that. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Here we go. Yeah. So if anybody wants to come up for a bit and hang out.
Yeah, we've only been going, well, not even 2.5 hours yet. So
yeah. Hold on, let me.
It's only 10 to 1 in the morning here, so it's all good.
Well, you don't sleep anyway.
I don't. I'm on American time. I keep telling everybody. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
So anybody wants to come and join us?
No, that's not what I. That's not what I meant, Your Holiness. Alan, I don't even know what to say to that.
I'm yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that. Oh, shit. Oh my god! Actually, Radical just put up a new video.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm just going to type it in the private chat.
Oh, thank you, RV. Thank you. We can have it. Mm-hmm. The fuck?
I'll put it in private chat. There we go. The only time I know it's the other way around.
Come on.
Yeah, I can't be that evil. So.
Yeah, don't. Let's watch a Radical video.
Arby says, "Yeah, we can have it."
I know.
Arby's really good with these. I tell you what, Arby, if you want to
stopped you was
Have a crack at some t-shirts design. T-shirts design.
Use your words.
T-shirt designs for me. Then by all means, have a crack at it. Have at it. Release your inner sarcasm because I know damn well you got it.
Mm.
Hello, my name's Officer Thuman. The reason I stopped you was because you didn't stop for that red light and continue to the intersection.
Really?
So you failed to yield.
Judy.
So you pulled out, and we still had a
We
green
have a
light.
Judy.
Traffic. Did you notice that when you hit the brakes? No? Okay.
Judy,
Yeah,
who
that's
is
what
not
light means. You need to brake. I thought it was you put
maybe a
the
little
pedal
bit
to the metal
grey,
and
but
then
not
try to
old.
beat it. That's the orange light, lady.
Judy's amazing.
Allegedly.
I got lots of gray. I've earned every single one of them.
Hey, Hez, well, instead of lurking, get your butt up here.
Yeah, seriously.
Links in the side chat.
Where you headed to?
Well, clearly she is heading to Illuminati headquarters, so you better watch your step. The all-seeing eye will see all the things. So this must be the Australian division.
Just my house.
Okay. Do you have an ID with you?
I don't.
You don't have, do you have anything with your picture on it?
I love it when Radical says
Okay.
sob shits.
Do you have any debit card or credit card? I'm assuming you paid
Sob
somehow
shits.
for that.
Yeah, I paid cash.
Okay. Do you have a receipt for that then?
No, that was just.
Did you pin the link?
Okay. No, I see that. I see that.
Okay,
I don't have
just
anything with your name on
spamming
it though.
Did you
Okay,
pin the
what's your
link?
last name?
M-A.
I pinned the link, yes.
Hi, Tony. W-S-K-Y.
Okay, link is in the top of the
Molowski.
side chat. In
Molowski.
the pinned
That's not a
comment.
name. It sounds like not a name. Molowski. It's all malarkey, right?
Taylor, okay. Just remain in your vehicle, okay?
Malarkey.
Miranda Taylor in my
With a
phone.
cow.
Can you find a photo and send it to me?
Okay.
Wrong gender, but still.
Radical there.
179.
Yeah, but malarkey is slang
As
bullshit,
well.
not
Oh, right.
cow shit.
Well, a bull is just a.
Hi, any luck with that?
No, he said he doesn't have insurance.
Yeah, that's close
Okay.
enough.
Would you be willing to step out of the vehicle for me and talk to me?
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
I have met plenty of females that are full of it.
I'm trying to put the pieces together
Oh
here.
my
okay?
god, those are
Well, I guess
short.
you're not the only one, sir. I mean, what is up with those pants? Did pieces fall off? She was trying to put the pieces together, and look what
God, I
happened.
just
Also,
looked at
another
Reggie
unit
Cow.
is on its way. What happened? Is not her name Taylor Omolowski?
It's coming
I
out.
think
It's
it's the
coming out.
in there, right? That gave it away. Omolowski. Shenanigans. It's not her name. That's what I said. Yeah. Oh, I guess that's my fault.
First of all, do you have any weapons on you that I should be aware of? Would you allow me just to pat
Yeah,
you down?
I've got
Make sure you don't have any
showing
weapons
Where
on
could
you?
she hide them?
No, not
Right?
necessarily
I'm
anything
sure
like
there's
that.
a
Okay.
spot, but
Hmm.
still.
So-
she's
Yeah,
so
good job,
skinny.
there,
I
officer.
feel like
I wouldn't touch
calm
those
down.
pants either. They might pop off
Yeah.
or explode into the mountain. You know, it's kind of strange that my stories always have a mountain in it because I'm a Dutchman and we don't believe in mountains. But yeah, those pants are barely hanging on. I don't even know how that works.
I don't even
You've got
think they
floppy
have
pockets.
any mountains.
Why don't we step
I think
back
it's
right here so we're
literally
not in
just
the middle
flat.
of the road? Okay.
Ugh.
So just be honest with me, okay?
Yeah.
I don't think that you are who you say you are.
Why?
The photo that I looked at doesn't look like it's you.
Yeah.
It was issued in 2020.
2020.
It also doesn't come back to a Rhinelander address like you had said. It comes back to a different address.
All right. Well, Park Falls.
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I moved around. I mean, I
Okay.
moved around.
So are you who you are? I mean,
Yeah,
just
you
to
shouldn't
be
have.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
totally am. Totally
just
am
look
what I
different
say.
than what
Right.
the.
I've dyed my hair and stuff since then.
Okay, you
so,
have.
Like, yeah.
Okay, and that's why I'm asking these.
Okay.
Dyeing hair?
Well, I mean, I've had blonde hair.
Yeah, but
and
you still look the same.
I still, I still think I look the same.
The face shape is still the same.
Yeah. Well, I was probably a little thinner then. But if a cop questions my identity, I would be like, no, dude,
Seriously?
that like what? It's true.
All right, we'll have words later.
But like I wouldn't be like, oh yeah. No, I'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
officer, like that's totally me. Like that's totally me. Like
Oh yeah.
No,
Right,
I get
right.
it. No. I
'Cause if I say it 3 times, that's gonna mean that much more convinced.
it means I understand that you don't think I am who I say I am, but I'm telling you I am who I say I am by saying yeah.
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 Right.
Right. Cool.
These additional questions. Okay. Is there anything that you can provide to me to show me that who you are?
I have a lot of my stuff in Rhinelander still.
Okay.
Like,
You don't have like a debit
She's using the
card,
Chile
like a food
technique of
card.
I've been pretty
repetitive
broke right
learning.
now. I just came here because I'm trying to find a better job.
Well, let me guess. Your ID is in your other pants floppy pocket. What the actual hell, man?
What do you have in like your wallet? Like, do you have anything in there with your name on it?
I just like so
Social security card.
I was dating this guy and he was kind of crazy and he ended up
Hey,
throwing like,
Smitty.
my purse like into the dam. We're down there like I don't have anything.
What do you know your
Her
social
dating
security
crazy?
number?
I can't picture it.
Unless you were
I can't
talking to
picture her
Kim
dating-
Crawford.
Oh my god. I really sorry.
So,
Like, oh my god.
Is there any other? What's the address in Park Falls then? That would
It was on First Street, I believe.
It was
not
on a
street.
street.
I was staying with
like.
Now hold
Yeah,
on,
I
I hear
was-
you thinking
I was staying in a
it is
house.
on one of the streets. Well, that's usually the thing, but there's also avenues. America's grid-like like that. You know?
Don't forget drive. We have drive.
A court.
I don't know off the top of my head here, but I would hope that you would know, right?
It was like one of the 1.5 streets.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
1.5 street. So how does that work? You just cut up the street and then bend it 90 degrees and then it's an avenue? Is that how that works? But how does that work with alleys and roads and lanes? Are those streets that are just 25%? Or what are we doing here?
Okay.
In
Like I
Wales,
said, I don't know
yes.
the address off the top of my head. I just know it didn't come back to a Rhineland.
yeah,
The photo that I looked at
yeah.
didn't look quite like you.
Yeah.
That's why
I've
I'm
dyed my
asking.
hair since then and stuff.
And it was only issued
They
in
like-
2020, so we're talking about a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't look at the exact month. but-
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm inclined to believe you. I
yeah.
mean, I sometimes go out in public and then all of a sudden people
Right.
call me a crusader.
I didn't recall what the exact month is, but it just doesn't look like.
Yeah. Well, I've dyed my hair and stuff since then.
Okay.
Okay, how many
So
times?
you're
said-
telling
Cut
me
my hair
that
too.
you're confident that.
Oh,
that's
and she's cut her
who
hair.
you are?
Okay.
Oh well then.
The question is,
Like, I
really
brushed my hair this
are you
morning,
confident
officer.
You are
you know.
who you are. You think you are?
Put my
That's
hair
not
up.
the sentence, but you know what I mean. Damn it! I keep blowing
Wait,
up
I
my own
washed
bloody
my
really
hair
big bucket.
since
How is that possible?
Officer,
No, it's not
the
because
reason
I
I
have an
look
accent.
different
I am
is that
team
I
no
have
accent.
eyebrows.
How very dare you, cow? I don't go around accusing you of having a Frisian accent. Now do I?
You don't know your
Like,
social security
not
number?
even.
No.
Do you have
Not
your card with you?
Ivan.
No. Like I said, my boyfriend was really kind of crazy, and we
Okay.
broke up, and he threw my purse in the dam actually over here in Wassa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm detecting a slight odor of like intoxicating beverage. Have you been drinking it all today?
I can take a breathalyzer. I've been drinking.
Okay. I
Right,
thought
right.
I got a whiff of something.
Yeah.
But
Right,
it could have been cigarette smoke.
right.
It could have been something else
Okay.
that with the wind. But
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Did he just turn into a bloody Oblivion NPC? Someone prowling around here. Must have been the wind.
I was wondering what the hand the cannon was.
Body's still warm.
okay.
And that
Taylor,
is
why don't
what
you just have a
happened
seat
to
in the car,
Anakin
okay?
Skywalker.
And you're confident
Yep.
that's who
Yes,
you are.
yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And you
Yes,
don't
yes,
have
yes.
anything to provide with your name
How
on
did
it?
Anakin
I was
Skywalker
waiting. I have to
die?
go down to
He
DP here.
wasn't very good
Yeah.
at playing the floor as
All
lava.
right, just remain in your vehicle, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Who
Thank you.
doesn't
Thank
have
you.
anything with their name on it? Am I just
Well, it
just
could be
so
like
old and just have so much credit that I have 17 bazillion cards with my name on it?
well, it could be you could be like the dude from Big Lebowski. You just have like a Ralph's
don't have
card
that
with your
many.
name on it. And that's the only form of ID that you have on you. Like technically, I
have,
just
like-
have my license and my credit card, and my debit card. That's pretty much it.
I got a
I have
library
like
card.
15 million.
You just got a library card.
I got I mean, maybe I should just refine it all down to dudette and just have a card that says the dudette. And
There you
just
go. It's perfect.
go with that.
It's perfect.
No. It should be done properly. It should be Chapet.
I was able to get a DOT photo issued in
Chaps and
2020.
Chapets.
She has nothing with her name on it, no debit cards, no credit cards, nothing. And her name's Taylor Malkowski,
Malarkey. Pure malarkey. With a pinch of shenanigans.
and she says she's from Rhineland. I said, what would the address? What's your old address then? Comes back to a Park Falls in her DOT, but she gives me a Rhinelander address. And I look at her DOT photo, and this is what I got issued in 2020, and it does not look. I mean, she's got 2 lip piercings now. It just doesn't look very much like her. And I pulled her out of the car just to ask her, so she's willing to come out and ask her some questions related to that. Just saying, hey, are you confident that that's who you are? What's your social security number? She doesn't know it. Doesn't have a card. I just. It just
How do you
seems
not know
like
your social security
off.
number?
You know, she seems older than born in
Hey,
2000.
Anthony.
She's very nervous, very fidgety, shaky.
Well, maybe she's probably like witness protection.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh,
I'm sure
Doggy.
it's witness protection.
His dog is.
Well, he's a German Shepherd. What do you expect? They're big. Big and awesome. Just like Astor here, but he's an old German Shepherd. And not old as in age, old as in his race. You got German Shepherds, and you got old German Shepherds. And, well, that's what Astor is. He's almost 2.5 years old, by the way, so he can't be old German Shepherd. But enough about that. Let's see if Mr. Malarkey here is, actually is who she says she is.
Press X to doubt.
I don't think she's given us her real
Oh.
ID yet, so
Fun fact, I just looked up old German Shepherd, and I mean, not to question Radical, I just didn't know that there was a thing called old German Shepherd. Oh, Anthony, nothing would make me happier than to get Radical on this
That would
panel.
be funny.
That would be freaking amazing. Although I'm not in his Discord anymore, so I really don't have any. Wait, am I?
I don't think I was ever in his Discord.
No.
I don't know why. I should be.
Yeah, I'm not in his Discord anymore because there wasn't really a lot going on. Well, there was a lot, but not like a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that.
But that would be freaking incredible. Like, but anyway, I looked at old German
Like
Shepherd,
the-
and they're
the
like
lot
German
that is
Shepherds,
more
but they're
garden.
longer haired. They're longer hair. They're like a longer haired dog. So I learned something today.
I think we second opinion. Let me see the photo one last time. Just yeah, just there's a lot of based on everything you're telling me. Okay.
I mean, unless there's some sort of
That shouldn't take long. Yes.
Wait, what have I missed?
Is that front or back?
Oops. Wait, hold
Is
on.
that front or back door? Get the photo one last
Shipping rates on that Coke could be rather extensive, but whatever.
Yeah. Just,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of based on everything you're telling me. Okay.
I mean, unless there's some sort of
That shouldn't take long. Yes.
Big bark.
Is that front or back?
Was a dog having a wee on the tree?
Front.
No, the
I don't
dog
know.
was having a sniffy poo on the
Yeah,
driver's side
the
door.
triple, the gloves are coming on. The doggy found something, and she's lying to the police. Astor, well, he's playing over there in the field. He's after a free roaming canine. Just like Rajicow here is a free roaming bovine. She just likes to hang out around the campfire.
I am shocked and appalled that
Hey man,
she
would you be willing
lied.
to step out of the vehicle for me again? Okay, thank you. Let's step
Yeah.
back over here so we're out of traffic again.
Just drop
Couldn't have
something.
called that one at
The
all.
reason I'm asking you to step out of the vehicle, the K9 did alert to the presence of a
Thank you,
narcotic or
Lotus.
illegal substance in the vehicle. Let's step over here so I don't want to get hit by a car. Is there anything in the vehicle that we should be aware of? Okay. Any needles or anything that's going to poke us while we're...
Shouldn't be.
Okay, so we're going to be...
There shouldn't be.
Okay.
Whoa, wrong answer.
So why don't we step back to the front of my vehicle, okay?
Wait, was this even her car? Because didn't she have to call somebody to ask if they had insurance, and she said nope.
She said it was someone else's car.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. So true. So true.
So, and again,
I know.
information, I guess you are who you are. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Just 'cause
You know
it's
you're
so
getting
simple,
old
it's
when
and
you keep walking
like I
back
said,
to the
that
fridge
photo that
to
I
see
looked
if
at
there's
was
any
16,
new food that
so
has
it's not too
suddenly
far
materialized.
long ago.
Wait, your fridge doesn't do that?
Did you get your piercings?
No, apparently it's a cheap fridge. It hasn't
Gotta
got
upgrade.
features.
In Rhinelander? Okay.
The
And
gloves
My
are going
cupboards do
on.
that.
information, now that you've thought about it, do you
I
know
find
your
things
social
in my
security
cupboards that I didn't even know I had.
number? Do you know what that address would be in Park Falls? that
In
your
there for the
license
last 5
listed
years.
as?
I think it was like 4.
Are they new or are they really old?
They were old when I put them in there.
What do you want? My dog wants something now. What do you want? Come here.
There's a dog.
I mean, your hair is the same color, I get
I
that.
have a dog.
We need to see Fairy.
I mean, it's the dog in my avatar.
Just hang tight. If you want to lean up against this, you can.
He's being shy.
Aw.
Stage right.
Sit with her. Yeah, I just want to address something with her here now. So, Erica, why didn't you tell me your name at first? Taylor.
Shenanigans. Told you guys. I mean, it was quite clear that she has a Malarkey name, or
I
I
used to
actually
do
don't
that
know what she
actually as a
said
child.
anymore. Let's just go with Malarkey. That is
Pretty
Taylor
much.
Malarkey, or Anna Malarkey, or. Why do people lie to the police? It doesn't work.
So who's Erica that's on there?
I don't know. I think that's my friend Doug's girlfriend.
Erica who?
Bowman.
Bowman, okay. And you're confident that when we're doing our search, we're not going to find an ID or anything else that with your name on it? Like I've asked for 4 times?
Yeah, I'm actually lying.
Okay. So it's not my first day out here.
Dallas.
Okay. What's your last name?
Brand.
Okay. Why didn't you want to give me that information?
I'm licensed.
Okay. So, is there any other reason why you didn't give me?
I have a PO hall in Rhinelander.
I am. It's a tick. It's a tick.
You don't think I don't hear you guys thinking? Regical said Anna. Well, I mean, for all we know, she's called Bob. Or as you say in the Netherlands, Bob. Jeez, even our letter P is a declaration of war. Exactly like our letter G. Yeah, that's right. You best not start a war with the Netherlands. The moment we start speaking, the entire world might explode. Not to mention we can sabotage your dike so you drown. Well, that sounds... Wait.
Yeah, she has about $500 cash. So I think we can justify taking that with this.
Yeah. And 10 of those baggies, too, are they individually packaged?
There's a handful that are individually packaged. But here, 20, 40, 60.
Okay, you've got some questions to answer.
$500 here.
Because I often carry that much cash with no ID.
Totally.
So I'll let
And
you-
not even in a was that even in a wallet or was it in like an envelope?
I believe so.
So 501.
Along with little baggies and a scale.
Yep. Oh, that's just these. Just okay.
What's sticking me? Oh wait, it's the buckles.
Oh my god, so much makeup.
Hey, I got a whole thing of makeup too. So, you know, it takes a lot to look like this. All right.
Yeah.
This is not natural.
You guys have no idea.
100%.
He's been there
I'm
for
not
the
even
process.
joking.
He's been there through the process.
And let the DA toss it on. I've done that in the past.
Oh.
This door's pretty loose. If you were, I don't know what you're saying.
And my best friend is also a woman, believe it or not, who does her makeup in very much the same way.
Fuse compartment has a bunch of fuses missing.
But even she doesn't take that rim.
You gotta look good.
Not like
Yeah, I just found a ticket for
Little bit of
Erica in
perfection.
here, so that's why I ran her.
That's why I asked her right away. I'm like, hey.
Okay, so hold on. Let me check it real quick. So her name is I wrote it down in a notepad. Let me see. Taylor Marlowski. Yeah, that's her first name, and then all of a sudden she's called Angela. Now it's Erica. I'm just gonna call her Bob, just because. I mean, what is Bob up to?
A lot of knives.
Dale, can you stand up for me, please?
Well, she's got $500. She's got to arm herself somehow.
What?
Obviously.
Yes. Do you have anything on you that I should be aware of? Okay. So
Is she using a knife per finger?
No needles.
She can't fit them anywhere on her body right now.
Right? Is that Sharpies on her arm? Oh, Lotus, this is perfect then. It's a perfect video to watch when you're high.
Yeah.
So, just some change here.
Yeah.
Try not to get them all on the street.
Well, they look like shitty tattoos.
I can appreciate the Chuckies.
So, stand by with me because I still have to, process
'Cause,
everything
yeah,
that's here.
that-
And talk to my partner. That's
Yeah, that right
That's
there
all I've
looked
got.
like
Is there anything
that looked like
I mean, it's a valid question. Last time we found a lady that was very surprised what was in her bra. So I'm actually surprised there's money in those flappy bits. What the hell, man? What kind of pants are those?
Oh, sorry for that.
So, feel free to have a cig, okay? Talk to me about,
The tyrants letting her smoke a cigarette.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I miss smoking cigarettes, but at the same time, I tried them again, and so I still stick to this.
I'm just an on and off addict.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa. Love it.
You have the carrying hands. Whoa. Whoa.
Arby, get on it.
Oh wait, I don't sell drugs like that. I sell drugs, but not like that.
I mean, not like that.
I'm pretty sure there's a scale in there too.
I just want to make sure I'm not getting ripped off when I buy stuff,
I mean, she's a cautious consumer.
Just get them at the pet shops,
Hi, Unclean.
So are you willing
Hey,
to
Unclean Hands.
talk to me about where you got that from?
She's a careful consumer. I can appreciate that. I don't want to get ripped off. I can't go to the police about it.
Yeah.
Although people have.
That's
They're idiots.
It's not really going to fly there, especially not with the $500. $501.
Would you give us? Yeah, you can sit on the curb. Would you give us permission to park your vehicle on the street right here on Oak? Yeah. Otherwise, we'll have to get it towed from where it is. Okay.
Oh my god, they asked for permission to use the car?
Tyrants.
Tyrants abound. You Nazi mofos.
Take this bracelet off now, okay? I'll make sure it goes in your belongings, though.
I'm just going to take this bracelet off to put this other bracelet on.
Anything else that you'd like to be?
Which will not be as comfortable. I just got bruises on my elbows.
And she's not screaming, ow, ow, ow. These are torture.
Nope.
She might have high knee pressure.
Your charges at this point are in possession of methamphetamine.
Yeah.
I have to determine, I guess, if it's with intent or not.
Ooh, she had a probation warrant?
At misappropriation of ID. Okay.
It was meth. I am shocked.
Shocked at
So you're
that
aware
word.
of your charges.
So Bob here is gonna go to jail and having a grand old time. All those baggies. Oh, I just have those for. I don't even know what you said because it was illegible. Blah, 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 that's not the word. But hey, the point is, this is the video. You are still watching here. Well, why don't you consider remembering to tickle the bell and all things around it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Lying to the police is like slapping your face with a wall. The wall is meant to hold up a building, not your face.
It just looked different than what
Okay,
the...
I have to have my hair and stuff since then.
Okay, you
so,
have.
like, yeah.
Okay, and that's why I'm asking these additional questions, okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, people. So what have we learned today?
Don't lie to the police. Don't hit your face with a wall. Don't.
Chile sucks at history.
Don't do Chile.
Well, definitely that. Definitely don't do Chile. And don't do a Chile.
I think Chile is Chile could have done with taking that advice about not hitting his head with a wall a number of years ago. I think that probably
or headboard
contributed. Yeah, David Condon's headboard. Maybe David Condon's headboard will make an appearance in the next stream in the side chat. Maybe.
No, Mark said the American semi. Not anti. He said semi. He said semi. Yes, Mark
could
said
be worse.
semi.
Could be airplane.
Or Z. Not do drugs or sell. Yes. Don't use power tools in the bathtub. That's very good advice, Tony. Don't use power tools in the bathtub.
Oh, I gotta write that one down.
Yeah, write that one down. That's an important one.
That saved me tonight, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait till after you get out of the tub and all the water is drained and dry before you use anything.
Well, okay,
electrical.
Now you're just adding too much on.
Well, because then you're gonna be like, well, you didn't tell me I couldn't drain the tub. Like you gotta be specific. You gotta be specific.
Fine.
Is it still a good idea to stick your tongue in a plug socket?
Hello.
No.
Hey, Anthony.
No.
How are
And
we?
don't dry your hair while you're in the tub either. That's counterintuitive.
At least I can use a toaster, right?
Oh, you mean with a hairdryer? I was thinking with a towel.
I guess if you're hungry, yeah, you can have some toast. Oh, I would never agree things with Judy. That's a super important one. That's probably the most important thing.
Who let the
I
taff
cannot
in?
time
Who
him
let the
out
other
right
taff
now.
into the chat?
He's been here, dude.
I don't know. He just showed up. Yeah.
We only got room for one.
Oh my god. Yeah. But we discovered the Ladies Against Frauditors. That is totally going to be a thing. I'm totally gonna make that a thing. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Oh, we have to get a group together. And yes, no boys allowed. So you two can.
Excuse me. I identify as a desiccated coconut. All right.
Okay. I've got to show you this one as well. This is brilliant.
Jose.
This is awesome. How cool is that?
Wait, what does that say?
I like that.
Bleep.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I love
He's
it.
got his bleep button.
I'm gonna have to make that a thing.
Oh my god, because he has his bleep button.
That needs
Laugh
to be a
in
thing.
your face. That's right. Actually use credible resources. Yes. Sources to research. Absolutely, Sube.
Yes.
Yes.
Taking
They gotta
away
be
all of our
credible.
fun.
I can't I don't go on Wikipedia all the time, okay? I actually look at the legit, case law. Who's the one lawyer? I always bring this guy up because this guy cracks me up. Uncle Denny and Dennis, the black lawyer that was with Chile, and they were talking about Terry v. Ohio. And so the lawyer of what he says 3 decades, even though it's only been like 2, was going over the backstory for Terry v. Ohio, and Chile stopped him and was like, and the lawyer said, okay, what isn't Wikipedia telling us? Bruh, you're a lawyer. Look up the case yourself.
You could try just.
You're a lawyer. You can do. If I can do that, you can do that.
Correct me if I'm wrong with this. But
under the bleep.
Wait, hold on, Mark. What, Anthony?
Oh, correct me if I'm wrong with this. Terry v. Ohio actually set very reasonable standards about what you can and can't do in terms of search.
Yes.
So what a lot of Chilidiots supporters don't actually realize is that what Chile is actually doing is counterintuitive.
Yes. Exactly.
But Anthony, are you using common sense and logic? Because that has no place here.
We are for chaos. We are for chaos and anarchy.
Look, unfortunately, the problem is if I show you the degree I've got on top of on my wall right in front of me at the moment, I think most people who live in the case of anarchy's heads would probably explode right now. I believe that says Bachelor of Science majoring in mathematics.
Well, nope.
So I am pretty much the antithesis of anarchy.
It's a big word, dude. It's a big word.
Well,
for us little people.
I mean, you've got a mathematician and a law student here right now. So
yes, for us peons. Yes, for us peons. Oh my god.
Can I bring up something that I've just been making my head explode as of late?
Of course, yes.
And it's completely off topic.
This could be rant time. Go for it.
I recently discovered something that I have now classified as an Italian hate crime.
Do tell.
Deep pan pizza, especially Chicago style.
You just discovered Chicago pizza?
I've just discovered it.
First off, it's called deep dish. All right, not deep pan. It's called deep dish.
Deep dish.
Yeah,
Second off,
get ready
it is an
for
Italian
the Midwest
hate crime.
to come for you, my friend. The Midwest will come for you. I'm just letting you know now.
I am not a fan of deep dish.
Neither am I, but that's beside the point.
It is an Italian hate crime.
Because it's not Italian.
It's not.
Deep dish isn't
You can't call it. It's not pizza.
It's a casserole.
Ma che fai, you schifo? It's not Italian.
You seriously just discovered this? That's hilarious.
Oh, Anthony. Oh, sweet muffin. You haven't seen what all Americans have done to just absolutely destroy food. If this is your foray into
No.
absolutely
I've been to
destroy
the US.
food.
I've been to the US a few times. I've seen some pretty good stuff. I've seen some questionable stuff, and then I see this.
With oh dear, there's so much more that is wrong. We need to get you to a state fair.
Oh my God.
We need to get you to a large state fair where they will deep fry everything. Anything including butter.
Yes. Have you ever heard of chocolate covered bacon?
Yes.
That's
because I've been and look, I've been to Montreal. I've been to Montreal a few times. I've got relatives over there as well, and bacon covered in maple syrup is a thing of beauty.
Well, I eat bacon with syrup. Like that's a staple for me. I don't eat bacon with syrup.
I've done chocolate. I've done chocolate on bacon. It's okay. I can sort of see where you're going with the flavor with it. It's okay. I can handle that.
Yeah, well, Paul Morrison can't.
But the deep dish. Oh my god. I'm gonna have a fucking brain aneurysm.
No, it's because you're calling it A, Italian, and B, a pizza. And
it's not a pizza. It's a casserole. Yeah, exactly. It's a casserole.
Breaded casserole. It's a breaded casserole.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
And
it's a breaded
I have a diabetic in the family, which means that we count carbs for every meal, which means it's a thin crust pizza for us every day, all day. So that's the antithesis of a deep dish.
No, New York pizza. I went to New York in March.
I don't mind that.
Oh my god, I had vodka pizza like that, and it had a little bit of spice to. Oh my god, it was probably the best pizza I think I've ever. Well, aside from a local pizzeria that has buffalo wing pizza, that's just absolutely incredible. But this vodka, oh wow, I would go back to I would drive an hour and a half just to go to that particular pizza place and get that pizza.
But here's the thing though, at least with New York with pizza, there are places where you can get a traditional pizza and it actually tastes half decent. The mistake that a lot of them make is the amount of sugar they put into the sauce. But that can be taught. That can be untaught. That I can handle that. I can handle that.
Wait. You're in Australia, my guy. What kind of pizza do you think they're gonna have in Australia? Come on.
First off, have you seen my surname?
Yeah.
That's about as Italian as you can get for a surname without being Smith.
I got you beat. I'm gonna put my maiden name in the private chat, and I got you beat. Beat. You ready? I'm putting it in the private chat. Sorry, guys.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. So anyway, yeah, okay, you're close, but you're not Caruso.
Actually, it's Sicilian. It's not even Italian. It's Sicilian.
Oh,
and we know from the Princess Bride that you never mess with a Sicilian.
When death is on the line.
unless you're Calabrese, in which case then we've got a big problem.
Yeah, Calabreses are kind of a big deal.
Yeah. So to get for everyone who doesn't realize, the only thing separating Calabria from Sicily is the Strait of Messina. So we're responsible for Sicily being out at sea at the moment. So yeah, blame us for it. In terms of pizza in Italy, in Australia, I think the big difference is in terms of where you go in terms of the chains versus going to an actual
well, yeah, there's a difference between like Sparrows and freaking
Domino's.
Domino's. Well, Domino's is actually pretty good. I would take Domino's over Sparrows any day.
I would. I think the one of the other big differences that we've got here is that it's two other things. First off, the food standard in Australia goes state by state, but where I live, it's quite high. So pulling off some of the BS you would sometimes have from time to time, if someone would they'd shut you down straight away. The other thing they've got with it as well is that the Italian community, and it's similar to why New York I can sort of tolerate, that the Italian community in New York is bloody strong. So if they saw some of that, I think there'd be nonni turning in their grave if they saw some of that.
Yeah, if you ever come to Philly, Anthony, I'm gonna have to take you to Lorenzo's. Lorenzo's is awesome. Like
if I come to Philly, what are you Give me a cheesesteak. Woohoo!
Yes. And not from Geno's or Pat's. All right, I'm going to take it to Tony Luke's.
That ain't real. It's like plywood.
Where is?
Oh,
what's like plywood?
Oh God, sorry. Uncle Lori's having a brain fart for dinner.
I was about to say, choose your words carefully, my friend.
The other stuff, those two places you're talking about, that ain't real.
Geno's and Pat's?
Yes.
Well, Geno's doesn't slice their steak. They have it's like a steakums kind of thing. So that might be what you're.
That's
thinking
what
of.
I'm saying.
Yeah, Geno's
drop. My dog wants to play tug of war.
What, Anthony?
What cut of steak?
It's just chopped. It's just chopped. But it's just like you mean like the kind of steak? Like
Yes, thinly sliced.
Is it skirt steak or not?
Oh, sizzle.
The cheese ain't the greatest either.
Sizzle steak. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sizzle steaks. They're not like like steak chunks or anything. Although that does sound actually pretty delicious. I don't think I've ever had that, like a steak sandwich where it's like chunks of steak. I know what I'll be making for dinner when my parents are going to Italy. My parents are going to Italy, by the way, and I know what to make for dinner for myself when they go, because my mom doesn't eat steak. But anyway,
I've got sticks of salami if you want some. Homemade.
That would be a taste.
Hi, Lily.
Yes, Liliana actually came to Philly, and we met up, and we had cheesesteaks at Reading Terminal, and they were quite delicious. So, Lil, it's been like almost a year. You need to come back, by the way, especially if the Phillies make it to the World Series again, even though we lost, but still. Listen, all right, I know you just came up, Anthony. I know you just came up, but we are reaching to 3 hours, and I'm like I said, school night for me.
Yeah, I only came on to say hi very quickly. I got to get
and to bitch about your deep dish pizza.
Que cazzo merda! Que cazzo merda!
Oh, I got it.
I speak French. I know what that means.
Yeah, well, 4 people here know exactly what I just said. Actually, I'll leave you on this. I'll leave you on this story in terms of speaking in another language. I used to referee state league football, soccer, but for Mark, who's actually educated in football.
I know what football is. I've watched Ted Lasso.
So refereeing a state league game under 16s back where I live, and it was a club with Italian heritage playing against a club with Croatian heritage. And one of the players from the Italian-based heritage turned around and said to the opposition player after a fairly questionable challenge, "Tu ero figlio di puttana." And I yellow carded him and basically said to him, "Be thankful I don't send you off right now, because I know exactly what you said." End of the game. Parents, being parents, came up to me and goes, "Why the hell did you give my son a yellow card for?" I said, "Oh, okay, right. Normally, as a referee, you're told don't engage." I thought, I'm going to enjoy this. Your son said to this player, "Tu ero figlio puttana." Oh, you don't know what that means. I said, "I know what that exactly means." Excuse my language. It basically said, "You are the son of a whore." The exact translation. Word for word. Woo. And he goes, "How the hell would you know that?" And I turned around and said, "Because my surname is Caruso."
Have you seen the skin complexion?
He's turned around, he's backhanded his own son in the back of the head and yelled at him, "Why would you swear in Italian in front of an Italian referee?"
You dumbass.
And I just stood there just going, "You teach your children this?"
Because you should swear at them in a different language, apparently.
And I just went, "I've got half a mind to report you right now as well for being a shit parent." And
red flag.
I don't think he took too kindly to that comment either. And I as I said, my last thing I said to him, as I said, "I know exactly what your son said, word for word. You know I know. Walk home now, because I am one step away from now giving him a second yellow, which I can still do, and that'll mean you'll be sitting out the next game. Take my advice."
You mind if I pimp something here real quick?
I'll do it because I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump anyway, so enjoy it.
All right, Anthony.
Hi, Anthony.
Catch you later.
Duck Danger's going to be on Ironton Auditors channel here in probably about 30 minutes doing a
Okay.
music roadshow.
Oh, they're doing their music stuff?
Yeah, my co-host is being a trader and helping Doc out.
Doc still hasn't emailed me yet. I'm sure you put that in the comments there, Uncle Artie. That he has not emailed me. I've been waiting. He has not emailed me. So make sure you put that in the I'm going to try and be asleep by then. I probably won't be, but I'm going to try.
Yeah, remind me after the show. I'll check my emails.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's that pretty much wraps everything up. Judy, thanks for joining. Uncle Artie, thanks for joining. Tell Ironton I said hi. Because I am going to try and go to sleep after this. Everyone in the chat, the Coven, thanks you for watching and hanging out with us. And yeah, I'll probably
And before we go, we do have to say
oh yes.
We have to say one thing, but
we forgot our outro. We forgot our outro last time, so this is going to be like a ongoing thing.
Well,
so.
Don't brush your cheese with chip cheese.
Yeah, don't do that.
Life advice from Uncle Artie. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.
See you, Artie.
Well, Coded. Colonel Sharp has something to say to you.
Hi, Artie.